and nothing can stop me. Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Susceptible now before the moment flies. Yeah.
Shout out to all you gentlemen and ladies. Shout out to all you gentlemen and ladies that are here with Andre and Andrea's Love Crossing Borders. Tonight's topic is gonna be a pretty good one. There's a content creator who's been in the business for about 10 years. Started off as a small channel like most of us and has grown to over 900,000 subscribers. He's on his way to 1 million. He'll be there shortly. And he's traveled to other countries before. There's something about this latest experience in which he had when he was in Thailand that's been life-changing. This content creator is our friend Mediocre Tutorial Review. MTR, if you will. And he's been following the Passport Bro movement and Black Expat movement, the digital nomad movement, and all the other movements of those of us who have been part of the exodus outside of the United States over the last 10 years. And now he's looking at it in a way that he never thought he'd look at it, in which he might be considering relocating. Now, mind you, as we watch his footage tonight and hear what he has to say, in accordance to how most YouTubers do, he's probably already back in the States right now. Most YouTubers, they record in that country and wait till they get back home to do all the editing and then drop all the videos. That's how we do it. Check and Effect, Ace Live, the Vaga Brothers, and others that are out there. We've always done it like that. So 9 times out of 10, he's back at home. But Mediocre Tutorial Review has been dropping video after video after video for the past week, just showing and showcasing the epiphany that he's had when it comes to the Passport Bro movement, life outside of the United States, and what it would be like to live permanently off the plantation. But before we get off into that, we got shout outs to do. Yes, sir. Before we get off into that, shout out to all you guys that are here with Andre and Andre's Love Crossing Borders. Appreciate every one of you that are here this wonderful, wonderful evening. Make sure that you guys click that like button. We like you. Make sure that you like us too. Hope you guys are having a great day. Thank you guys for supporting the channel by way of PayPal, Cash App, Super Chats, as well as the Bitcoin. As you can see in the top corner right there, you can support by way of Bitcoin as well. Shout out to all you guys that are here. Let's get ready to get started with the shout outs because we got a lot of video to look at this evening, hearing what our brother Mediocre Tutorial Review has to say about this particular topic. We're going to start off with Detroit.
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
Don't play with me. This man is from Detroit, Michigan. You know how he gets in public. You know how he is. Salute to you, brother. Our brother Nate 313. He says, salute and happy blessed vibes to all here in Love Crossing Borders. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Glad to see that you're here, Nate. And we got our brother Kenny Peoples in the building. Numero dos. Number 2's in the building. He said, good evening, Dre. MTR didn't go to Costa Rica, Portugal, or DR before going to Thailand. It's hot as F. It's hot as can be here in Cali, Colombia, too, bruh. It's been in the mid 80s, 90s. You thought we were in Cartagena. It's been so hot in here over the past week in Colombia. And the crazy here in Cali. But the crazy part is it's supposed to be, I think, what's it called? Nina, where there's not going to be rain for a long time. I think Colombia is going through a Nina moment. Correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen. The weather pattern where you don't get any rain for a long time. Well, this is what Colombia is going to be going through for the rest of the summer. Yeah, that's why it's so hot here. But shout out to all you guys that are here. Shout out to my brother, for example, LJ, the Southern Vegan in the building. Glad to see that you're here, brother. Glad to see that you're here, as well as Kenny Peoples being here. Let me scroll down because we got our brother T-Mac. Salute to you, T-Mac. Hope everything is going great with you over there on the other side of Colombia. And my brother Geechee being in the building representing. Salute to you as well, sir. Salute to you as well. He said evening, and he said every day a new passport, bro, gets his wings. That's a hey. If you're not a true Christmas movie fan, you wouldn't get that. But I know exactly what movie that came from. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. That's a good one. You close this window real quick. I want to make a mistake. You guys keep hearing the dogs bark outside the window. People are walking their dogs right about this time of the day. And shout out to my brother Mom Spaghettio in the building representing. Salute to you as well, sir. Glad to see that you're here. Glad to see that you're here. He said, make sure that you hit that like button for our brother Dre, to support Black Male Media. Yes, sir. Glad that you guys are hitting that like button. Glad you guys are doing that. Let me scroll down because we got our brother. Whoa, AMSM is here kind of early, gentlemen. That means we're going to have a good show. Shout out to AMSM in the building. Glad to see that you're here, brother. Salute to you, man. Salute to you. Definitely. Definitely. Let me scroll down a little further. And you know what? I just realized, man, we are one of the few YouTube channels that make sure we give a shout out to everybody. I don't know too many channels that does, unless we're going to get to the point where it's like 200, 300 people on a live stream. But until then, we're going to continue to give shout outs to the family. Yes, sir. Such as my brother Don V, or AKA the Don JP in the building. Good evening, Dre and Andrea, and to all in the chat. Yes, sir. Good evening to you too. Andrea's at Bible study tonight. Because we have our home church, and then Andrea has a church that's not far from here that she goes to Bible study on Monday evenings. So yes, sir. And shout out to my brother David Dice of the Dice family. He said, side note, complete side note. He said, did you hear Los Angeles Rams? No. Oh, they going to the Super Bowl. They going to the Super Bowl. You see how Aaron Donald acted a fool the last time they went to the Super Bowl. This ain't nothing but Aaron Donald 2.0. Myles Garrett is nothing but Aaron Donald 2.0. And I'm going to tell you something. He deserves it. We all know Myles Garrett played for Cleveland, and he was faithful. He got the big bucks. He stayed there in Cleveland through all those bad years. Even though he's a Hall of Fame defensive lineman, he deserves to go to a team that is of Super Bowl caliber and have an opportunity to go to the Super Bowl. I won't even lie. I am very, very happy for Myles Garrett. Shout out to him, man. He stuck with them dudes. I mean, he played like a superstar for Cleveland. all those horrible years. He's been through like what, 9, 10 quarterbacks alone, 6 or 7 coaches. So for him to go to the Rams, yeah. Man, the Browns haven't had a coach since Bill Belichick was coaching the Browns, and they let him go when they moved the original Browns to Baltimore. The original Cleveland Browns went to Baltimore, and then they revamped the Cleveland Browns. And instead of bringing Bill Belichick and who the coach for Alabama, like if you go back and there's a documentary on Cleveland Browns or the Browns '85. It's like the Browns '85. It's a documentary. They had Super Bowl / I forget how many Super Bowls, GMs, college championships came from that coaching tree of the Cleveland Browns in 1985. It's a documentary of all the coaches that were the coaches of Cleveland Browns. And the year later, they moved to the original team, moved to Baltimore. But that coaching team with Bill Belichick, it was like you got all these just Super Bowl champion coaches came from there. The coach for Alabama who just winning NCAA championship. So that whole coaching tree was the best coaching tree, one of the best of all times. You got Belichick went, after he came from the Giants, he went to Cleveland. Then he went to he replaced Parcells in New England. You got all those Super Bowl wins. It's crazy that Cleveland never even got a chance to taste their own coaching tree, which is considered one of the greatest coaching trees of all time. That is so sad. So sad. So shout out to Myles Garrett, man. Shout out to my brother Armand Milner in the building as well. Glad to see you here, brother. Glad to see you here. Slide over a little bit. All right, because I got to make sure I'm right in the middle of the screen for the because we have one vertical, one horizontal. Got to make sure I'm in the middle of the screen for the vertical. There we go. There we go. All right. Hey, shout out to my brother Rico in the building. Glad to see that you're here, Rick. Glad to see that you're here as well. All right. And also, good morning out there in Southeast Asia, in the Philippines. Glad things are going great with you, brethren. Glad to see that things are going great with Ronin Travelers, man. Here yesterday, gave us so much information, man. Kid you guys not, that's going directly to the Patreon. So I have all that information because tomorrow's my day off. So I'll have all that information uploaded for you guys on the Patreon. All the videos that I said I'm going to upload, all the information is going to be going there. There's a bunch of information I'm going to be sharing along with the videos of a lot of things that we talked about over the past few weeks that will help you be able to transfer to other countries and relocate to other countries, smooth the transition. And we got our brother in the building, Jay Fleming, LAJ. Salute to you, brother. Glad to see that you're here. Hope everything is going great where you're located. My brother says salute. And he also says, good morning from the Philippines, drinking my coffee, my cafe. He said, listening to the awakening of MTR. That's, you know what? I should have called it. That's, you know what? Where did I put my pen? You can change your YouTube title. That is a good, the awakening of MTR. Yeah. I'm going to use that. That's what I'm going to change the title to. That's what I'll change the title to. Thank you very much, Ronan. Let me scroll down a little further, see who else we got in the building. Who's come up in here? What? What did we do right tonight? We got Jay Clyde. What? Shout out to my man Jay in the building. Yes, sir. You always gone somewhere. Always traveling somewhere. So shout out to you, Jay Clyde. I hope everything's going great with you and the missus. Hope everything's going great. I never know whether you were back here in Colombia or in another country or back in the States. I kid you not. Shout out to Jay Clyde. Yes, sir. Good man. Good man. El Nino. Okay, it's El Nino, not El Nina. Thank you very much, T-Mac. I knew I was in the family. But yeah, we're not going to be getting too much rain this. They say it might be for this year that Colombia might not get too much rain. So, so anytime we see some rain take place in Colombia, that's a thumb up for this year. Yeah, El Nino. Thank you very much, brother. Let me scroll down a little further because we got Jay Anderson, the great, in the room. He said, "Oh my God." He said, "I know this is going to be a great live tonight. Salute, Dre. Yes, we're going to have some fun doing some reaction to our brother with Mediocre Tutorial Review." He's just so excited. You can just see, it's almost like he was sitting on top of a mountain, realizing, contemplating life for the first time while he's in Thailand. I'm so happy for the brother, man. Child's perception is reality is in the building. Glad to see that you're here as well. Yes, sir. He said salute the grown man chat, Andre and Andrea, and Love Crossing Borders. Salute to you, Jay Anderson, the great. Let me scroll down. We got my brother Bobby. Can't miss my brother Bobby being here also, as well as Zeta. What's going on? The whole family's here. We got 46 in the building already. And we got my brother Jay. Jay says this. He said, word on the street is Aaron might come out of retirement. No. Don't play. Man, do you know how unfair that would be defensively? You know how unfair that would be defensively if you had Myles Garrett and Aaron Donald on the same defensive line? Stop it, man. That right there. That's fantasy football right there. Right there. That's Madden. That's Madden right there. Wow. Shout out to the official one in the building with the first super chat of the night. He said the Plantation Bro AMS is hating. Hey, we're doing a reaction to that one on Wednesday. I saw Alpha Male Strategies statement. And this is the funny part. Oh, I got receipts. I got receipts with Alpha Male Strategy anyway regarding how he was acting towards the Passport Bros. And then he was kind of like Anton Daniels. One minute he was on board, next minute he's off, next minute he's on board with the Passport Bro movement. And I see now he's acting all funny style again. So I'm going to watch it. I'm not going to pre-assume. But yeah, Alpha Male Strategy, hate on MTR. There's going to always be a hater, man. You can never improve your life without having a hater. Cat Williams told us that. You need to build up your hater roster. Yeah, Sean McAvee, a good coach. Yeah, a lot of people came from Cleveland Browns. Man, bruh, that Cleveland Brown team was 1985 was great. Yeah, Nick Saban. Nick Saban was one of the assistant coaches for Bill Belichick in Cleveland. Could you imagine if they would have kept that coaching tree? If Cleveland would have just kept that coaching tree, even though the original Cleveland Browns team left for Baltimore and became the Ravens, they end up like a year later rebuilding a whole new Cleveland Brown. And instead of bringing back the band, they let all the coaches disperse. And so, like I said, a really good documentary that you probably find on YouTube is a Cleveland Class of 85 or Cleveland something, because it was like 1 year, Belichick and all these great like coaches and offensive coordinators and who else was in there? Team coordinators, and I forgot the highest level that's next to the owner. But it's a lot of people that came from that one Cleveland Browns team of 1985, and they never got a chance to get it off the ground. That coaching, man, goodness gracious, that came from that team. Shout out to Perception once again. And my brother Andrew Craig. Andrew says this. He said, Don't convince Aaron Donald to come back out of retirement and play along with Garrett. I know, right? He say this is the response to the Seahawks Super Bowl win. That's what that is. Shout out to the Seahawks, been in 3 Super Bowls, won 2. I ain't mad at them. But yeah, man. Ooh. Shout out to Nuvo in the building. Shout out to you being here. He says this. He said, hey, Dre. He said, been ninja watching lately, but I'm always watching. So shout out to you. He said, but you've seen Alpha Male's Tragedy giving. See, you're the second person that talked about it. I actually pulled it up on the screen on this one, so I haven't had a chance to sit down, popcorn in hand, and watch it because it's almost like 40 minutes long. So what I'm going to do after tonight's show, and plus I'm off tomorrow, I'm going to clip it all up. So on Wednesday, that's going to be the video that we're going to do. I already have a video scheduled for Wednesday, but I'm just going to push that back to Saturday. And Wednesday, we're going to do the reaction to Alpha Male's Tragedy, reacting to MTR. I haven't seen any of it yet. I just pulled it up, but I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. Giving MTR smoke about becoming a passport bro. Wow. He said, I haven't watched his vid yet. I haven't watched it yet either. So for you guys to say, Andre, you got to check it out. And I just so happened to pull it up. So I'm like, yeah, I'll be checking it out. Yeah, that's a game changer. Yes, sir. The Game Changer cover. Oh, Game Changer covered it? Okay, shout out to Game Changer, the YouTuber. Shout out to him. Yeah, I'm going to cover that as well. Let me scroll down because I got Bobby Coltrane once again of the Coltrane family. The year of our Lord, 2026. He says, hello, Dre in chat. He said, man, I'm so happy for MTR right now. He said, also revitalizing me and gives me hope for my day. Absolutely correct. That's how I feel. In the right line, in the right time. You know, just standing in the right line, just waiting for your turn, the right time. Absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out to Coach Big Spin in the building. Glad that you're here, Coach. He said, I never would have expected this from MTR. His joy is amazing to see. And remember also, man, and a lot of guys don't realize this. Let me turn the music down just a little bit. A lot of guys don't remember this, and he said this before he went to Thailand. He never got a chance to grieve his dad. You know, his dad died about a year ago, year and a half ago. Actually, it was about 2 years ago. Because even when his dad died, if not 3 years ago, because I think his dad died a year after Kevin Samuels. You know, MTR was really close to Kevin. So I think MTR's dad died like a year after Kevin, if it was not 2 years. And he said on one of his latest episodes, he said, man, I've been so busy with everything. Because, you know, him and his dad were like this, and that was his only, you know, he was his only child, like Kevin was. And so when his dad passed on, you know, his world has been empty, even though he smiles on camera. And then he showed on one of his videos, I watched MTR's videos, and he talked about how his girlfriend left him. As MTR started making more money, women in the West, she started becoming a diva and wanted him to spend money on this, money on that. And he was like, no, I'm not doing that. In the relationship that he had with her when he was just making a decent amount of money on YouTube, it went sour once he started hitting like the big bucks to make him a millionaire from YouTube. And then she got funny style. So he lost his girlfriend, lost his dad, lost Kevin Samuels, didn't get a chance to grieve off none of that because you still stuck in the States. I'm saying this again. One of the problems with being stuck in the States, you don't get a chance to get away to just have some quiet time to grieve. United States wants you back to work tomorrow. And so now he's got a chance to kind of like ponder, enjoy himself. Like he said, I had no agenda. He said, I would be in Thailand and I would just walk out the door and I would just meet people, have a good time, just enjoying himself. So we're going to do a reaction to this one, but on Wednesday, we're gonna do a reaction. We're gonna do a reaction to the MTR one. It's almost like MTR versus Alpha Male Strategies type of thing. All of us have been through this once. Yep. We find the country we love. Absolutely correct, brother. Absolutely correct. Thank you guys for supporting the channel, by the way. You can scroll down because we got my brother Jamon in the building. Glad to see that you're here. We got 65 brothers in the building. Shout out to you guys being here, man. We're about to get started in a moment. We just was waiting for Arizona Marine to be in. And now that he's here in the building representing AZ, and Julian is here. Shout out to Mr. Brown being here. Glad that you're here. He said, "What's up, Dre?" He said, "Alpha, just I know. That's we've been Julian, we've been talking about that exact same thing. So tomorrow we're going to do our reaction to Alpha Male Strategies or Wishy-Washy Self. Because one minute he was so anti-passport, bro. Then he come out with the video talking about, I want to apologize to the past. Remember that about a year ago? I want to apologize to the passport bros. I understand. Now I see what you guys are going to. Now that MTR has gone over, it sounds like he's changed his mind again. Sounds familiar? Anton Daniels. Anton Daniels being just as wishy-washy about the passport bro movement. Being just as wishy-washy. He said, I watched the first 10 minutes of AMS's reaction to MTR. He said, man, it pissed me off. He said, I didn't even finish it. It's BS. He has no understanding of why we're overseas. You have to have a field. You want to have a field day with this one. You know me. So y'all know me by now. You see the face. Y'all know me by now. Shout out to HR Ferguson in the building. Glad to see that you're here. He said, glad MTR is experiencing what we are trying to tell them on all those brothers. He said, now watch a lot of men follow suit. That's absolutely correct. I don't know why women think that. Okay. In the 70s and 80s, and some of you guys went around for that, of course, the mail order bride movement was taking place, where you could actually, white guys was going on in newspapers and magazines, and you could actually mail order. You could actually build a relationship with a woman from Ukraine or parts of Southeast Asia. And you could pick and choose who you wanted, and that person would be able to come over and get a marriage visa. Y'all would get married. It was the mail order bride era. We need to do a video on that. Nobody's talking about that. The mail order bride era. And they mocked it. I mean, women mocked it, men laughed at it, but there were still men that were doing it. What's the difference between the passport bro movement and the mail order bride movement? Mail order bride movement never got a chance to really get full traction, even though it was famous, because they didn't have the social media outlets around at that time period in the 70s and 80s. Men couldn't talk to men and say, hey, could you give me some advice on doing that? Men couldn't do that. B, the other reason the mail order bride movement kind of like fell by the wayside, it was mainly older white men with money. So nobody else, man, wow, I got a hair in my nose or something. I think men just couldn't connect. The younger men couldn't connect, and men of other races in other countries couldn't connect to it, couldn't relate to mail order brides. So because you had to pay to get her over to the United States, you didn't go to her country. She came to the United States with the mail order bride. So you had to pay for her to come to the United States, pay for her to stay, pay for any food and you had to pay for lodgings. In other words, you had to pay for her visa, any attorney involved. So it was mainly old white dudes that had money and were lonely because their original wife probably died or something. So they were ordered young, beautiful, male order brides. And so that's why a lot of times by the time the late 80s, early 90s, you saw all these old white dudes walking through the malls in the United States with these young Asian or Ukrainian women. Fast forward. But it wasn't relatable. Young white dudes couldn't relate to that. Black men, Asian men, Latin men couldn't relate to it at all. We just couldn't understand it. A, we didn't have that type of money at that time period. And B, we kind of had good relationships with our own women at that time period. So Latin men didn't need mail order brides because, hey, our ladies weren't feminists at that time period. Only white men was dealing with feminism at that time period. Black men didn't have to worry about mail order brides because black women weren't mainly feminists at that time period. We didn't have a bunch of black feminists and lesbians out and so forth out there. And nothing against lesbianism or feminism. I'm just using an example. It just wasn't during that time period of the 70s and 80s. We were a lot closer as a unit as black men and women when it came to relationships. So it wasn't needed. But now during this era of the passport bro movement, it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. Why? A, it's global. Any man can do it. Just add water. The passport bro. B, it's a mindset. So it doesn't have any bylaws. It's not an organization. And so that's another thing that causes individuals to see that it's relatable. It's ageless. You could be a 19-year-old passport bro or a 99-year-old passport bro. You could be a passport bro that lives in Ukraine, the United States, Mexico, Morocco, Michigan. Doesn't matter, right? From Morocco to Michigan to Mexico. Doesn't matter. That's another thing that makes the passport bro movement. Secondly, now it's in music. Now it is mainstream. It's so mainstream. Shout out to Aaron Ferris for building the Passport Bro Facebook page and the Passport Bro app. Shout out to my brother Rob also for being one of the founders of the Passport Bro. Shout out to King Sigma, who doesn't get the true love that he should get, who created the term and the kind of like the little definition of a passport bro. I'll say this again. Anybody that wants to know where the term passport bro came from, it was initially created by a YouTuber named King Sigma. His YouTube channel is still up, still around. And he was talking about passport bro movement in 2016, 17. Then here come Aaron Ferris. And he really kind of like revitalized it to say, hey, we all can. So he made it relatable to the everyman, no matter what race, especially to black men. So he did the marketing part and took it to a whole nother level. Then during that time period with Aaron, right after the pandemic, then you had Austin Holloman, the young passport bro. And Austin made it kind of like internationally famous. And then you had the other Austin, the white guy Austin, the white guy with the mustache that's in the Philippines all the time. So you had the black Austin from Houston, Austin Holloman, but then you had the white guy Austin in Thailand, and he made it famous among white dudes. So you had one young man making it famous among black dudes, another young man making it famous among white dudes. That's the difference between the mail order bride era of the 70s and 80s and the passport bro movement now. It is so relatable because just about every man in every country is starting to see and can relate to that. These women want us to be traditional. They want us to, no matter what country you go to, women still want you to be a provider, right? No matter where you go. A protector. Problem solver. And the penis, meaning the intimacy of the relationship. Doesn't matter where you land your feet, women want those. They want a man that could be a provider, problem solver, protector, and the penis, right? So this is relatable to every man. Why is it that we're expected to continue to be traditional like our forefathers were, all the way back to the Vikings and all the way back to when blacks ruled Europe, all the way back to when we were in Egypt? Men have always expected to do these things: provide, protect, problem solve, and intimacy, the penis. Or the passion. I could put that the passion. You expect, I'm changing to that passion. Problem solve and passion of the relationship. So no matter what country you go to, men can relate to the fact that we still want to be traditional men. We have no problem with being providers. We have no problem, no matter where we go, being problem solvers. No problem being protectors. No problems being the passion of the relationship. Here's the kicker. The ladies in our countries have changed to where we get very little ROI, very little return on our investments in the West. And so men have decided, like, listen, I have no problem with being traditional, but I need a woman that's going to be traditional too. And women in the West say, no, we're feminists, we're independent, we're business minded, we got our degrees. Okay, cool. Don't talk to me, don't speak to me. Ick. Look at the man, he give me an ick, all that, right? Men are like, cool, no problem. They thought, here's the kicker. Women actually thought that you guys did not have a choice. That's why they talk so greasy to y'all. That's why in the United States, when it comes to domestic violence, from women to men, it has been on a rise for the last few years. Yes, statistically, men do more violence towards women, but as far as increase, women rule when it comes to the increase of domestic violence towards a spouse or a loved one. Women have caused the increase. Men have always been kind of like up and down, but women are like this now when it comes to putting their hands on you, and when it comes to using verbal abuse against men. Verbal and psychological abuse is just as damaging as physical abuse. So men have said, listen, am I expected to be traditional in a non-traditional setting? You still expect me to provide? You talking about Cash App, Zillow, Venmo, PayPal, send you money. Traditional. That's what they said. You expect them to be a problem solver? If one of the problems they want you guys to solve is this: being stepdads. They got all these kids and all these baby mamas out here, right? So who they want to solve that problem? You. There is nothing wrong. It's a noble thing to help raise another man's child. You're a real man. A real man would do that. You know, guilt tripping you, gaslighting you, if you will. So they don't have to be traditional women in the West, but they do expect you to be traditional men. Enter the passport bros. Passport bros have said, we're going to be traditional men. We have no problem with that. The kicker is we're going to other countries. In other words, men discovered that we have choices and options and opportunities. And the ladies in the other countries have been inviting us in with open arms. Now, mind you, there is a difference between the passport bros and the passport pookies. In the West, they like to bundle everybody together, right? Passport bros just got drugged. Well, the passport bros can't go to Colombia anymore. Passport bros just got hustled in Thailand and the Philippines. Passport, they try to put the behavior of unruly men in the same, because it makes them feel good. Because think about it, they're upset because you left or are leaving eventually. So in order to perpetrate that or permeate that behavior of being upset with you, they just put everybody in the same category: the passport pookies, the sex pats, the troublemakers. In other words, they put everybody up under the same umbrella and say it's the passport bros. No, I'm gonna tell you this: passport bros have not been turned away from Colombia. Not one. I'm gonna say this again: passport bros have not been turned away from Colombia. Passport pookies of all races, they're the ones that can't get in. They're the ones that are getting visa denied. They're the ones that are getting their bags gone. They're going through people's bags. It's the passport pookies. It is not the passport bros. But in the West, back in Canada, back in UK, back in Australia, back in the United States, in order for them to feel good about themselves, because you guys and me, we've left and or are leaving eventually, they try to put everything up under the lump sum of one, which is the passport bro movement. But I'm here to tell you, it is not going anywhere. We are just at the beginning of the passport bro movement. What makes the passport bro movement ultimately different than the mail order bride movement of the 70s and the 80s? I'll tell you what this is. You can actually see the results immediately. You can actually go on YouTube, see me as a happy couple, see T-Mac and his daughter. You can see you other guys and Jay Clyde and his wife. You can see Aaron from Passport Bros and his wife and their daughter in Thailand. You can see Richie Mac, Zoom in Thailand. You can see Chocolate Man in Thailand. You can see Donald from Flight. I forget what Donald's YouTube channel is in China. He's been over there in China for Danny. I'm sorry, I said Donald, but Danny over there, Flight Madness. That's his YouTube channel, Flight Madness, and he's been in China teaching English for 10 years and teaches other men how to do it. So you can see the results. You can see guys that are taking Theo's classes, graduating. You can see how much these guys are making. It's not like it's a myth. It's something that's out there, and it's this secret undercover group called Class 7.5, you know, and Theo is teaching this undercover, quiet, covert class. No, I know guys that have graduated. I've had dinner with plenty of Theo's graduates. And these guys are making that paper. And they ain't lying. That's one thing I can say. They ain't lying. And they are traveling the world. So the difference between the mail order bride movement, it was shamed so bad that it was only older white men that could afford to do it. And also, it never was embraced by all men in the United States. So it was kind of like this small little segment of white dudes that was doing it, right? But fast forward, the passport bro movement, like I said, for those that don't know, let's go back real quick before we go to the video and to the super chats. The term, the passport bro, is originally a term created by a YouTuber named King Sigma. King Sigma is the original brother that's like 2016, 2015 that created the term. And he had definitions of what a passport bro was expected to do. Like you were expected to travel. It wasn't just a term, I'm going to travel. No, you're expected to travel. You're expected to have a certain type of decorum about yourself. You're expected to go out and look for economic opportunities. So he had like a breakdown of what a passport bro was expected to do. It had very little to do with the ladies only, like America tries to say. Then you had Aaron Ferris, Black Men's Travel, Facebook page, YouTube. He, as well as brother Rob of the Passport Bro podcast, they kind of like pushed it out there, but Aaron really put it out there with the Facebook group, as well as his YouTube channel, as well as the Passport Bro app. Make sure you download that. The Passport Bro app is black with green and white letters. Absolutely free to download. And there's a lot of information that's on there, guys. You'll love it. The Passport Bro app. Make sure you support it. And so Aaron has taken it to a whole nother level. He's lived in Brazil. He's lived in Colombia. He's lived in Thailand a couple times. He's lived in DR. Now he's happily married with a daughter in Thailand. So now the evolution of the passport bro movement is taking place because a lot of us are either married. Think about it. Me and Andre have been together for 8 years. Married 7. A lot of you got Jay Clyde celebrating his anniversary. I think what you going on, what, 6 or 7, Jay? So a lot of us were either pre-passport bro movement or either a part of. Look at Austin Holloman. We've seen Austin go from a young man just having fun going from country to country to a mature pre-30-year-old that's in a solidified relationship on the continent of Africa. The passport bro movement is evolving, and that's the one thing that's going to keep it going because of the evolution. Some of you guys are just getting your passports. You may have taken maybe one trip or no trips. So you guys who are fresh to travel, like the MTRs, fresh travelers, are going to introduce the next wave of the passport bro movement. So this is not going anywhere. Plus, what's pushing the passport bro movement, you have the manosphere that's helping keeping it up. You've got hip hop. Think about it. Who was the rapper that made the passport bro song? I forget his name. He's on Rockefeller label. Not Rockefeller, but I think Rockefeller with Jay-Z. You know, I don't know all y'all rappers out there in the States. Yeah, J. Cole. Thanks, brother. That's pushing it out there. You just had Kyler Murray looking about the guy that was the quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals. Now he's a quarterback for Minnesota Vikings. He was in Medellin looking for property to buy. You got Keith Sweat always coming to Medellin. You had Cam from Dipset go to Medellin and do videos. So now hip hop is pushing it. And just like hip hop helped President Obama win his election, hip hop is going to continue to help and push push the passport bro movement out there even further. And then the politics. Passport bro movement is not going to go anywhere as long as you got guys like me, T-Mac, Will, Chill with Will, and all you other guys that are sharing the cost of living in other countries. How to relocate to the other countries. How to get a visa. So now politics in the United States, while y'all pumping gas, y'all thinking to yourself like, man, this is some budget. I'm putting $70 in my tank and I only got half a tank, man. This is my budget. Let me go watch one of them passport bro videos. And all of a sudden, people that want economic change are going to start following what the passport bros are doing. Now, mind you, passport sisters have been out here forever. Long before there were passport bros, they didn't have the title, but the passport sisters have been coming out here buying coochie in Jamaica forever. Okay, you think I'm playing? What year did the movie Stella Got a Groove come out? Didn't Stella get a groove back in the 90s? What was that movie about? That movie was about sisters. What were sisters doing? Going to Jamaica. Wasn't it written off a true story by Terry McMillan and her experience of going to Jamaica and getting her a Jamaican man who was beating up her coochie? Come to find out he was LGBTQ once he got over here. But she went to Jamaica, purchased her a man, her pay for play, brought her pay for play back to the States. Did they not make a movie with it? Was not Tay Diggs just a pool boy, basically just a boy that's out there, a waiter? Did she not spoil him with the pay for play? Was he not hitting Angela Bassett in the movie Stella Got Her Groove Back? Was he not hitting it good enough to where she brought him back to the States? So long before men were doing this, women were at least trying to do it, but it ain't never worked. Just like Terry McMillan's situation fell apart, plenty of sisters that were bringing men back from Ghana, bringing men back from DR, bringing men back from Jamaica in the 90s were falling by the wayside because they couldn't afford to take care of those men. And that's why you fast forward to today, women that go to other countries still don't get the results that we get. They get smashed. Oh, yes, they do. But they do pay. They do pay. We have no problem paying as grown men because that's part of being provider. That's no big deal. That's man tradition. But it is not traditional for women to have to pay. Now they're on bamboos paying. Doing the raft trips paying. Women bragging about all this money they got and all the travel they're doing. They getting their back broke in Portugal, all throughout Africa. They getting their back broke. Remember the one sister got pregnant in Thailand last year. Was it by a Thai dude? Yes, it was. It wasn't by a brother. She let a Thai dude run up and shoot up the club. A regular old, everyday, ain't had no money, based off of what she said, ain't had no money, busted Thai dude. She flew from the States trying to follow the passport bros, dating a Thai dude. This dude then shot up the club and she had a baby. And then she complained because he ain't got no money to help take care of the baby. Oh, this just gets deeper. So if you guys get a chance, man, support the Brother King Sigma's YouTube channel. Good dude, man. Let me go to the super chats real quick. David Dice says this of the Dice family. He said, let's be honest. He said, alpha male strategy or any dating coaches. A lot of people keep forgetting that alpha male strategy is a dating coach channel. And you know how dating coaches have always felt about the passport bro movement. They detest it. How dare you convince men that they don't have to learn how to date women in the States? All they have to do is just go to another country and get somebody as traditional as they are. In other words, we're traditional. We have no problem with it. We just want women that are traditional too. And just like the women in the United States who thought we weren't going to go anywhere, we had no other choice but date in the States, date in Canada, date in UK. So did Alpha Male Strategies and all these other dating coaches on YouTube and off YouTube. They thought all these matchmakers that's making money off of us. They thought that we didn't have a choice. We only were going to date women in the United States. So all these dating coaches were showing you how to do pickups and date women in the States. They're writing books. They're doing courses. As long as you guys stay on the plantation, these guys were making money off of you. And then y'all got y'all passport. And I'm telling you, them lame coaching dates, them dating coaches have been pissed for years. I remember they were pissed when I was down here pre-pandemic, 2019. And they still pissed to this day that you guys have realized that you have options. They hate that. They hate that. Our brother said, he said, or any of those dating coaches put a mentality in your head or in your mind that's bitter against the ladies. Absolutely correct. He says it's like the brothers always angry about women or something, maybe or women or something, maybe should get a passport and be happy. That is so true. Shout out to AMSM in the building. He said, what the? Alpha male strategies do this time. Hey. He sat back and he had put his 2 cents in when it came to MTR, Mediocre Tutorial Review, just traveling and enjoying himself, having the best time of his life. And instead of being happy for the man, he's criticizing. Boy, those dating coaches don't change. They do not change. Shout out to my brother MAB in the building. Hey, MAB, do me a favor. Drop your YouTube channel on your Facebook or your Instagram so guys can subscribe. We got 106 in here. Oh, why am I doing? I hope all this talking I'm doing is paying off. Blessing you guys. MAB says this. He says, salute OG Andre. Salute to you, brother. Salute to you. Glad that you're here. He said the chat and MTR. Yes, sir. He said, happy to see him exploring and spreading positivity through his platform. And that's another thing that's going to make the Passport Bro movement continue to grow. All you like MAB and all the other positive content creators, such as ourselves and Richie Mack and all you guys out there, are going to continue to push this narrative that men have options. Because you do. Even if you're like me, like you guys often heard me say, I left America because of America. I got tired of America. Who got on my last nerve was America. The food, the system, including the women, the traffic, the crime, the medical system. All that got on my last nerve. The last few politics of presidents and congresses that we've had have been trash. Our Supreme Court is for sale. I got tired. So anybody ever ask you why I left America? I left America because of America. Like I always say, the United States was the girl I took to the prom, but she don't look like that no more. The United States is the girl that I took to the prom, but she don't look like that no more. Shout out to my brother. Perception is everything. Is reality. He said, I see online that there are Juneteenth and 4th of July events in Cartagena, Punta Cana, etc. This movement is low-key becoming a revolution. I would say that too, but I'm gonna tell you something. And sometimes Andre could just be quiet. Enjoy your Juneteenth celebrations, American Black people in somebody else's country, and enjoy your 4th of July, American Black people in somebody else's country. I'm going to be, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on that. I think you guys already know why I'm keeping my mouth shut. You enjoy yourselves in somebody else's country. Shout out to Abstract Thinker being in the building. He said, if MTR took his talents overseas, then you know it's over. Yes, sir. He's going to be doing some great things. Shout out to my brother D. Kirk in the building. Glad to see you here. Let's go and get started with the video, gentlemen. Let's get started with the gentleman. Video. Before we get started with the video, there's some stats I want to share with you guys first. Before we get started with the video, there's some stats that came out that I want to share with you guys. This right here is and I blew it up. Let me move myself out of the way. This right here is the Global Gender Index. I'm doing a video on this next week, but I'm laying a foundation. One of the things that I got tired of over the years, I kind of like gleam off of other YouTubers. One of the YouTubers I gleam off of is Medium Man. Shout out to Medium Man, right? So I always try to come with the stats and the facts when it comes to travel, like he does with things that are going on in the States. This right here, we're going to look at is the Global Gender Gap Index 2025. What is that, Andre? women in the United States are always saying, y'all only go to those third world countries with them women that are impoverished. They are so poor. They don't have nothing. And then y'all marry them. Or y'all use them. Y'all know they ain't got no money. Ain't no jobs over in them countries. Okay. You know me. Let's pull out the receipts. Let's see if this is true. So we're going to start off, before we go to MTR, we're going to start off to see if what women in the United States and in the UK and other countries are saying about equality, about entrepreneurship. Because, you know, American Black women always talk about, we started the most businesses and we got the most weaves. And, you know, they always talking about how they the most, right? We got the most degrees. Okay, let's see. This is the safest country. Women have rights in this country that other women in other countries that y'all go to, the reason why they don't do stuff because they don't have any rights. Okay, let's look at the stats. Let's stop talking about it. Let's be about it. You know me, I love a good old fashioned receipt. So let's get started. So once again, this is going to give you some information on what countries are the fairest. Right here, it is saying how they're going to judge. They judge each country by economic participation and opportunity. That means a woman, when it comes to her, is she an entrepreneur? How many women in that country are entrepreneurs compared to men? How many women are in careers or have jobs compared to men? How many women own houses or are economically stable compared to men? That's the first area they judge. Second area is educational testament. When it comes to these countries, what women are getting their post-secondary education after high school? What women are going through training programs? What women are having or hiring or being a part of mentorship? Education. Let's see where these countries rank. Healthcare and survival is the next one. How's the healthcare system for women in the United States, in Philippines, in Thailand? How do they rank up compared to the other? I think it's 163 countries they're going to be looking at on this chart. But I want to lay a foundation so you guys will see if what American women is saying is true. Are American women the most healthiest women in the world? Do American women live longer than everybody else? Because the way American women talk and the way women in the UK talk, you think that we was going in the back of a jungle to get our girlfriends and wives, right? You would think there would be no educational opportunities in Colombia, Brazil. It's just every Brazilian woman, ain't nobody got no job, ain't nobody got no training, ain't no such thing as female Brazilian doctors, nurses, no female Brazilians in the Senate, no female Brazilians own businesses. You let American women talk. Women in Peru, Brazil, Thailand, Spain, women that are part of Western Europe, such as Poland, you let American women talk, it's just that these women just get slapped around all day and they ain't got no job and they just barefoot in the kitchen and cooking. You think you let American women talk? There is no economic jobs, no careers, no entrepreneurship. And the last area where they judge countries, political power. How much political power does a woman have in one country compared to another country? So when we look at the list of global gender gap, the equality, in other words, what country has the men that are more powerful than women, and what countries have women basically just as powerful as the men? Let's take a look. Let me scroll past this, scroll down and get us to the page right here. And I'm going to blow this up because we're going to take a look at the countries where women are flourishing the most, and the countries the women need to improve on. I'm laying a foundation before we go to MTR. Let's get started. As we see, numero uno country for equality between men and women. Let's look for the United States, shall we? Let's look for the United States, like we always do when we do these charts. This is of 2025. Equality between men and women when it comes to health, entrepreneurship, politics, and education. Okay, so that's what this chart is all about. How close are women equal to men when it comes to all these things in their country? First country is Iceland, Finland, Norway, UK is up there when it comes to equality for women. Remember, United States says that, and people in the UK say that we go to third worlds and all our women are poor, impoverished, no education. They barely have shoes. The way they talk about our women, they say our women in other countries, they don't wear deodorant, perfume, and they just barefoot in the kitchen pregnant. That's how American women talk about our women in other countries. So let's see if that's true. New Zealand, Sweden, and let's continue on down. Moldova, Nambia in Africa is number 8. Germany and Ireland gives you the top 10. We're looking for the United States when it comes to equal rights. In other words, when it comes to equal rights for women, United States ain't even in the top 10. It's not even in the top 10. But you let women in the United States talk, you think that they were better than other countries. Let's continue on. Let's look at it. Estonia and Spain, Australia, Denmark, Barbados, the island of Barbados is more fair to women than the United States. Every time you look at a country and the United States doesn't show up, that country, in other words, that country gives educational, health, political, as well as economic opportunities as a whole to women compared to men more than the United States. We're at 15 countries. United States don't even rank in the top 20, actually. We see Philippines in number 20, don't we? Lithuania at number 19, and so forth and so forth. I'm not going to read them all. Shout out to Costa Rica and Switzerland. Nicaragua is number 18. Let's scroll down. As much as they talk about Mexico, Mexico is more fair to women than the United States in 2025. Bangladesh is more fair to women in 2025. Bangladesh, Chile, Latvia is fair. Come on, let's scroll down. Ecuador is more fair. So, okay, we looked at 25 going on 27 countries when we hit Belgium. We ain't seen the United States yet when it comes to being fair to women educationally, politically, economically, and health. All these countries we just looked at treat women better compared to men. Remember, this is the gender gap analysis. And they've been doing, by the way, they've been doing this survey since 2006. Let's look for America. Come on, guys. I thought America was the home and the land of the free. What's the free part at? The freedom. It don't look like it. It look like Chile, Mexico treat women better than the United States. Let's keep on going. We got Trinidad and Tobago. They treat the women better. We got Guyana here in South America. We've seen a lot of South America. Canada makes number 32, how they treat their women. So we've gone through 35 countries so far, 36. United States don't even rank in the top 36 countries of 160 something countries when it comes to treating women equal. But if you listen to women in the United States, they say y'all going to them third world countries where women don't have any rights, where women don't have equal rights. But we got Portugal, number 34. France is number 35. Albania, number 36. Let's continue on. Argentina, there's another South American. Jamaica. You would think that Jamaica didn't treat. No, it can't be true. You're telling me Jamaica as a whole, when it comes to politics, education, entrepreneur, and healthcare, comparing the men to the women, treat women better than the United States? Oh, this list can't be right. It can't be right. But I've looked up several lists, not just this one, and all of them are the same. Let's keep going. We had number 38. Rwanda, Liberia. Oh, there we go. There we go. Colombia, number 41. Guess who slid right up under Colombia? The United States of America in 2025. Colombia treats women better when it comes to health, when it comes to economic opportunities, when it comes to education, when it comes to education, economics. I forgot what the fourth one was. Health and I believe it was safety. But Colombia treats, when it comes to men and women, when it comes to the gap, Colombia treats their women better than the United States. Then you've got the Netherlands. Then you got Portugal. Then you got Poland. Then you got Singapore. Let's look at the list and see who's at the bottom of the list. Over here, let's look at the bottom of the list. And you could tell Pakistan, yeah, okay. Number 48, Pakistan. When it comes to women's rights and equality, yeah. Sudan, Chad, Iran. So you kind of tell Congo, Guinea, Niger, yeah, all of these countries, Morocco, yeah, Egypt, yeah. See, these countries here, you're not surprised at. You're not surprised about these countries here. I think Thailand, let's look at Thailand. Thailand was number 67. So Colombia and Peru was number 57, but Colombia was number 41, United States number 42. And Thailand is, when it comes to equality, they still got work to do. Thailand, Honduras, Malta, UAE. Brazil was number 72, and Uruguay. Vietnam, number 74, when it comes to equal rights for women. So when you hear women in the United States talk about you guys are going to other countries dating women in third world countries that aren't living their living condition, and they'll never be anything in life. Don't listen to women. Don't listen to women. And I'm going to be doing a whole video series next week on it's a lot more that I've put together that's going to amaze you guys on the difference. And I'm comparing 3 countries. I'm actually going to move it to 4. Thailand, Philippines, Colombia, the United States. I don't want to compare all the countries because I've got so many categories. It will amaze you how much longer Colombians live as far as the women. Now, this survey is about the women. compared to women in the United States and Thailand. It will amaze you how the medical system here in Colombia is ranked right up there with the United States for women. But if you let women on social media convince you, you think that we were going to real third world countries instead of developing countries. There's a big difference. I just wanted to lay that foundation first before we looked at MTR. Shout out to my brother Prototype in the building. He say, bless brother. He say, want to visit Cali soon? Need your help. Not looking to pay for play. He said, I had that in Medellin, looking for something real. I'm looking for okay, my bad. Pulling out my Jody Whiteley CD. He said, I'm Dominican. Shout out to Dominican, brother. He said, but my number one are Colombian women. Colombianas, that is. Yes, sir, man. All you gotta do is just shoot me an email. Let me put my email up there real quick. And any of you guys that need any assistance with consultation, because you know that the Afro-Colombian Festival is coming up in August, and you guys want to lay your foundation for August. So just shoot me an email and I'll get information over to you guys. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just shoot me an email. Let's get ready to get started with the video. We're going to lay a foundation and then MTR is going to come on.
Passport Bros. The who? Girl. Y'all never heard of Passport Bros?
Hold on. Let me bring it back. The Passport Bros. Hear the sisters crying about the Passport Bros already.
Passport Bros. The who? Girl. Y'all never heard of Passport Bros? Girl. You ain't heard of Passport?
They go out of the country.
No, you don't.
The black men that go out the country to get on the.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
They have a little
That's
too much
predatory.
self-hate. It makes me sad.
What is it?
It's like sex traveling.
Yeah.
American men, and
Going
they
to other
leave here and they go to
countries.
other countries to fuck on bitches, right?
Yeah.
You see how they do us, fellas? You see how they do us? This is how the conversations that women have at the beauty salons, at the cubicles at work. They don't know what they're talking about, but they're so hurt that you guys are going to other countries. And this is how they talk. The Passport Bros, they go to other countries and they get the freak on. They don't travel for nothing else but just to get their freak on. Let's go back. We can bring that beat back.
You listen to Passport Bros. The who? Girl. Y'all never heard of Passport Bros? Girl.
You ain't heard of
Passport.
They go out of the country.
You don't want to be a Passport.
No, you don't.
The black men that go out the country to get on the.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
They have a little
That's
too much
predatory.
self-hate. It makes me sad.
What is it?
It's like sex traveling.
Yeah.
American men, and
Going
they
to other
leave here and they go to
countries.
other countries to fuck on bitches, right?
Yeah, I didn't like black men.
But their tone is disparaging to black women.
I was like, yeah, I'm over
This
here in this
one,
country
this
with this woman. I like her
because
and
Black
African American women.
women, I do not want to be a passport bro.
Thank you.
I don't understand
several people.
foreign women who allow that energy.
The way that they're conditioned and brought up is not seen that way.
They think
We
they're
see-
better,
Yeah.
because
They're
our own men are
submissive.
leaving us.
They're
to
winning.
go.
Exactly. Face all that scrutiny or backlash because she had made some kind of comment about how black men prefer black women or whatever.
and now look at her though.
Well.
That is a
Hello.
cultural, it's layered, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's so great that y'all go shop other cultures and you think
Or
of them
shop.
as less than.
Shop other
Because you
cultures.
shopping. You
Yeah.
shopping straight up. I went out of town and I shopped.
Now, mind you, this is the same sister that just said she didn't know what a Passport Bro was. I remember a couple years ago, we did a reaction to the pastors that were talking about the Passport Bro movement. When it was brought up on one of the episodes, and he didn't know what a Passport Bro was, never heard of it. 5 minutes into the conversation, he's giving all type of, well, that's slavery and da-da-da-da. Wait a minute, you just said 5 minutes ago you never heard of Passport Bros. So it is with this sister and a lot of people in the United States. They just talking. In other words, they hurt. It is hard for a woman to say, I understand why men are relocating to other countries. It's hard. It's hard for American women who have never been anywhere to be honest and say, you know what? I can't say nothing about the passport bros. I ain't never been to Thailand, so I won't understand it. No, they get it 2 cents. This woman just literally didn't know what the passport bros were, right? And now she's giving her 2 cents about it. But I'm like my man J. Cool. They gonna be all right. They gonna be all right, because we ain't gonna be here.
Yeah.
You got bitches, I got shoes.
You got bitches, I got shoes.
You know what I mean?
You right.
Let me start off by saying this. I now, at a fundamental level, understand the passport bros.
We can bring that beat back.
Fundamental level, understand the passport bros.
The big wake-up call was going to Japan. The women there don't have a drop of testosterone in their body. The way that they smile, the way that they talk to you, how high-pitched their voice is. It's like, whoa. And it's just so nice. It's just so soothing and pleasant. Like you order something, oh, okay, and you're like, oh, and you just want to protect them. Just naturally, you feel more like a man because you want to protect and you want to provide for her. You just want to create that nice environment for this beautiful feminine woman. And then you realize there, like, the amount of bullshit that you need to put up with these women in America, how combative they are, and everything in the culture is steering them away from being feminine. It's like no, it's just the Cardi B thing. You need to be the tip-top guy in order to make a woman submit. But women are happy to just do that in Japan. None of them have their cleavage out. They're not showing too much like skin. They're dressed extremely girly with their dresses and their fingernails. And like someone was walking around with cat ears because it's goofy. Why am I putting up with women who want to be men at the same time when you could just go to a different place and find an actually feminine woman?
Okay, let me repeat that. I at a granular, fundamental level understand a passport bro. Now, when I say the terminology of passport bro, because of the branding of passport bro, it's kind of the same thing of the branding of red pill. People have taken different words of things and attributed their own life to it and their own kind of experience to it and their own, right? As immoral as what they do or as wrong as what they are, they can utilize these terminology. They can utilize these different terminologies in order to communicate a brand identity that as a listener you might gravitate to, but they really don't understand it or really give a F about it, or maybe are grifting in that direction. Nevertheless,
Before he goes any further, I'm gonna give you a breakdown of what he just said. You got knuckleheads out there that know that they passport pookies. They've been passport pookies long before the passport bro movement came. You got white boys out there that's been sex pats long before the passport bro movement came. Let's be honest. Long before the actual term was created by King Sigma and promoted by Aaron, a Black Man's Travel, as well as Rob and other content creators, you had them dudes out there on sex trips. White boys out there just whatever country they can get to smash some chicks, they do it. Brothers out there, the military brothers and the ex-military brothers, they've been knowing about what's going on there as far as the ladies, right? Here's the part. They had to stew in that. They had to sit in it. If you were a sex pat, you couldn't hide it. It was out there. Okay, I'm a sex pat. I travel from different countries. If you a pookie, you was a pookie. It was out there. You couldn't hide the fact that you was going to different countries and throwing money in the air. You was a pookie. You couldn't hide that you didn't get into fights in DR. You couldn't hide the fact that you was getting in trouble in Thailand. You couldn't hide that if you was an old white dude that was out there just out there spending and blowing up all your pension money. You can hide that. There was nowhere to hide. Enter the passport bro. Now there's a title I can hide behind, even though I don't claim the title. I'll say this again. I'm not saying I am a passport bro, but I ain't gonna say I'm not a passport bro. So now the sex pats can be called passport bros, and they won't say that they not passport bros. The pookies that come to Colombia and act a fool, and I'm so glad that y'all being kicked out of Colombia and being rejected at the airport. They sit back and they easily pretend, well, listen, you could call me a passport bro, but I really don't claim passport bro. So what MTR is saying, there's a lot of dudes that have been doing stupid shit under the umbrella of passport bros, knowing that you've been doing this stupidity long before the passport bros, and now that the title is around, you don't correct people when they ask you, are you a passport bro doing this? You just let them think that, instead of letting people know that you travel around the country or travel around the world to bad bitches and be a man about yours, like you used to have to be in the early 2000s, 2010s, before the passport bro movement came for you to hide behind. You had to just say, yeah, I'm going out there getting some ladies. Hey, this is what I do. And you stood on it with pride, and nothing wrong with it. I'm gonna say this again. There was nothing wrong with doing that. But the problem came is when you sex pats, like some ladies like to call y'all passport sexuals, y'all never denied the fact that y'all wasn't passport bros. So y'all let the passport bro moniker get set on fire by women in the United States when your black ass knew when you got arrested in Thailand, you was not a passport bro when you got arrested. When you got drugged in Colombia, your black ass and your white ass was not a passport bro when they drugged you in Colombia. And you knew it, and you didn't say shit about it. You just let them put that moniker in the newspaper, passport bro, get drugged. And instead of opening up your mouth and being a fucking man and telling people, listen, I came down here to fuck bitches and I got fucked. That's what happened. I went to Cartagena to buy 3 chicks off the clock tower, and they robbed me. And instead of being a man about your shit, you let people hard-earned work, Aaron Ferris, King Sigma, Brother Rod with the passport podcast. You sat back and let all these dudes hard work when they put together apps, when they put together Facebook pages, when they've been promoting and pushing black men and white men being able to travel together. You said, fuck the passport bro movement. I'm going to use it to protect my image because I don't want anybody to know I'm really just a fucking passport sexual. I'm out here to bad bitches. I'm a weekend warrior. I'm not trying to live in these countries. I'm just trying to find me some bitches, go fuck, and get my ass back home to the plantation. But instead of telling people the truth, y'all bitch ass has been running around telling everybody that you a fucking passport bro, or you've been running around not denying. Really, hey, I ain't no passport bro for real. For real, for real. You ain't telling nobody the truth. That's what MTR is saying. He said it the nice way. I said it the fuck you way because I've been watching y'all for years do this bitch shit. I've been watching these men with the passport bro title. These dudes have paid for LLCs out of their pockets, created apps out of their pockets. They've created brands out of their pockets, written books out of their pockets. They've given lectures and all type of shit out of their pockets to promote the passport bro movement. And what do? Your bitch ass get robbed in DR. And instead of telling the world, I'm just a weekend warrior in DR, I'm down here and I got caught up. No, you let the whole world say a passport bro got robbed in DR. So fuck all the hard work that the white brothers and the black brothers initially started with the passport bro brand. You said fuck them as long as you can run and hide behind the passport bro moniker. As long as your bitch ass can hide. Instead of being a man about your shit. We sit back and we watch you pookies. You do some of the stupidest shit in male history. In all of the history of maledom, ain't nobody done some of the dumbest shit to get drugged, the dumbest shit to get robbed. You go to other countries, you go to the money exchange, you get pesos, which is only like 20 cents, 15 cents, 75 cents per peso. You throw it in the air like you throwing $100 bills in the air. And then you wonder when the pay-for-play chicks rob you or the locals rob your black ass, you don't even stand up being a man saying, listen, I was out there doing some pookie shit and I got caught up, dog. No, you sat back and kept your mouth quiet when they said a passport bro got robbed for throwing money up in the air. That's the part that pisses me off. And I've been sitting back with popcorn in hand, been waiting for the moment to tell y'all, fuck you. You weekend warriors, you weak ass warriors. Fuck you. All you fucking sex pats that's been traveling the world for years and don't want to be a fucking man about yours, fuck you. All you perverted motherfuckers that like to sleep with little kids and shit, boys and girls, fuck you. All you motherfuckers that sat back and was pookies all the time. You knew you wasn't shit in the States. You was on pookie shit in the States. You followed us with a passport. You always follow us to every fucking country we go to. Y'all pookies ain't never discovered a country. Y'all bitch asses always following us everywhere we go. Name one country you pookie motherfuckers ain't followed us to. At least I can respect the weekend warriors. They've been doing it for years. Weekend come, hey, I'm about to go have some fun in another country. I can respect that. The passport sexuals, them dudes looking for brothels in every country. Where they got the brothels? Where they got the ladies? I can respect that. They've been doing it for years. I can respect that. But you bitch ass pookie motherfuckers that go to other countries with the Michael Jordan tube socks on and shit, and them chunglers, them slides on, and them ugly ass, bright ass colors on, and everybody's looking at you like a fucking clown because nobody in that country dresses like that. And not one time have you ever corrected anybody when they asked you, are you a passport bro? Instead of being a fucking man and saying, nah, I'm just here on the weekend, man. I'm just here to fuck some shit up. You never do. And you sat back and you do some Floyd Wallace type shit. And for all you pervy dudes that does Floyd Wallace, and I know Floyd ain't the only one. I've been knowing about personally, I've been in WhatsApp groups with dudes that admitted they was messing with kids in Colombia. You admit, man, you know how many dudes I done got in arguments with? Her ID says she was over 18, man. I ain't know. Motherfucker, you know that's a kid. So now the passport bro movement, I'm breaking it all down tonight. Fuck that. The passport bro movement was on an uphill climb since the pandemic ended. Everything was going great until the pookies, the perverts, you weekend warriors, and you fucking passport sexuals, instead of being a man and stand on your goddamn square like we used to say back in the day, all y'all bitch asses have been running around pretending like you passport bros. How, Dre, that not telling the world that you ain't a fucking passport bro? That's how you've been doing it. You've been letting women in the UK call you passport bro instead of calling you a fucking pookie. You've been letting women in Thailand call you a fucking passport bro instead of telling them that you just a passport sexual there for sex. You've been telling them that you a passport bro in motherfucking Colombia, or letting them call you a passport bro in Colombia where you know you just a fucking weekend warrior. You just here for a day or two to fuck some shit up and leave. Y'all done fuck the passport bro moniker, and I don't mean just brothers, black, white, all y'all bitch asses. That why y'all think us brothers who are passport bros, expats, blue book gentlemen, passport cartel, passport kings, why y'all think we're the ones that's dancing in the streets with the Colombians every time they turn y'all bitch asses away from the airport? You ever notice us other black men don't call it, oh, they turn to black men. No, they turn away black men, all you pervy ass white dudes. They turning all y'all bitch asses away. And guess who dancing with the Colombians? Us, the real passport bros, the real expats, the real dudes that relocate to other countries and ain't on that bullshit. We are so happy that y'all bitch asses can't follow us throughout Colombia no more. And I hope Thailand does it. And I hope the Philippines does it. And I hope Mexico does it. And I hope Iceland does it. And I hope every fucking country turn y'all bitch ass, because the Interpol website is everywhere. So whatever you got turned away in Colombia, Interpol can pop up in France and say, wait a minute, wait, hold up. Okay, this is him. You want to follow us? Yeah, this looks just like him too. He ain't even shave his beard. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, you follow us. I hope you motherfuckers get kicked out of France. I hope you get kicked out of Greece. I hope your ass get kicked out of Vietnam, Korea, China. I hope y'all motherfuckers constantly get foot to ass. Because you fucked up the passport bro title. Fortunately, thank God that there is enough mature men that support the movement that can keep it going long after y'all bitch ass get kicked out of Colombia. Long as you get your bitch ass get kicked out of Brazil. Fortunately, there's enough of us good, decent men, the J. Clydes of life. Decent men. Our brother Sheldon, the blind traveler. This brother traveling the world blind. Blind. And act like he got more damn sense with bitches than 50 of you motherfuckers that got sight. That's a damn shame. I bet you Sheldon ain't been turned back. I bet you if Sheldon comes to Colombia, they ain't gonna turn him back. Because there's too many of us that act like we got some damn sense in our head. So Pookies, weekend warriors, sex pets, and pervies. Now that it's all being exposed, maybe you want to do yourself a favor and find your own fucking countries and stop following us every goddamn where we go. Can you do that? Can your little boys do that? Can your young dudes do that? I've been talking like, just in case you guys are wondering, he just said that on camera. I've been saying this shit off camera and on WhatsApp groups and in bars and clubs. I've been saying this shit. I've been preaching this gospel more than I preach the gospel of relocation. I've been telling dudes for years, we are not those fucking pookies. We are not those perverts. We are not those fucking ignorant ass weekend warriors that come fuck up countries and then leave after a couple weeks or a couple days. We are not those fucking sex pats that only go to countries for bitches. You know how many times I've gotten in arguments and disagreements with dudes because dudes looked at me crazy because I didn't come to Colombia just for bitches. You mean you left America because you want to leave America? You damn right. I left America because of America, and including the women in America and including you motherfucking men in America. Got on my last goddamn nerve too. So if you think it was just women that got on my nerves in America, you goddamn men that's so fucking emotional in America, you worked on my last nerve too. I couldn't wait to get away from y'all emotional driven asses as well. Can't tell shit to a man in America without him getting all fucking emotional all the damn time. So yes, I didn't leave America because of ladies. I left because of America. And every day I thank God that he chose me to be a few of the men that walk around these countries like I got some goddamn sense in my head. Damn shame. Grown ass men with grown ass money. You act like little ass boys, like you ain't never had no pussy before. How the fuck you going to other countries getting drugged and robbed and scammed? Some of you motherfuckers 60 years old going to the Philippines, you get scammed. Go to Thailand, get scammed. Go to Vietnam, get scammed. Go to Korea, get scammed. How the fuck you hit 60, making all that goddamn money that you made, and all of it's gone? Because you let one Thai bitch scam you out of all your fucking savings. You was born and raised in France. All the money that you work for in France is gone. All your fucking picture money gone because you let one Thai bitch, one Korean bitch con you out of all your fucking money. It's gone in 3 years. I ain't never had a bitch suck my dick that good to have every motherfucking dime. Gone in 3 years? What? How the fuck you gonna tell me that I'm ex-military? Dre, I was in the military. What branch, brother? I was in the Marines. What? Yeah, man, I was special forces type shit. What? You a special forces type shit? Yeah. How the fuck you a ex-Marine, trained, deployed 3 times, and bring your ass to Colombia and the ignorant ass pay-for-play bitch, 2 of them, could drug you and you knocked out for 3 days. $30,000 of your crypto gone. 40,000 in your bank account gone. The money that was in your wallet, the 10,000 pesos, the $1,000 worth of Colombian pesos, gone. Your wallet gone. The gold that we've been telling your dumb ass not to bring to Colombia, gone. The expensive ass Rolex watch, I don't know what the fuck is on y'all man wearing Rolexes in Colombia, gone. But you special forces, you're retired special forces, ex-US military. Get the fuck out of here. Is this the best of our military? That a Colombian bitch that ain't never been to any war could just drug y'all asses? That easy? You ain't even get the pussy. Them bitches drugged you, they weren't even undressed. You ain't even see a titty. You ain't see a titty pop out. Can I see a titty? You couldn't see a titty. Them damn drugs had your ass knocked out and you gone. You next day you calling Obi-Land. Obi-Land, I need your help. They done got me for everything. You look like old boy in The Hangover. Yeah, we fucked up. Yeah, we fucked up bad. We fucked up. Yeah, Yeah, we done fucked up. And you wonder why we keep asking y'all. If you care about the Passport Bro movement at all, which I know you don't, could you do us one favor? One. That's all we ask as Passport Bros, Black expats, digital nomads, passport kings, the passport cartel, Black Men Travels. We just ask y'all to do one thing. Can y'all ask do one thing? Can you perverts? Can you passport pookies? Can you weekend warriors? And can you passport sexuals do us one favor? Stop fucking following us. Stop following us. Every time we go, so you bitch motherfuckers wasn't going no damn Kenya until Austin put it on the map. It was a couple dudes there, but not as far as the notoriety on YouTube before Austin. Now all of a sudden you motherfuckers got to scampering your ass down to Kenya and South Africa and shit. Couple of the YouTubers start doing videos on Morocco, Egypt, Ethiopia. Now here y'all bitch asses running down to Ethiopia. I'm about to give me some Ethiopian. Could y'all do us a favor? Go discover Iceland, motherfuckers. Go discover Iceland. Can you discover the Arctic? Go to the Antarctic, motherfuckers. Take your ass down there. Go fuck some penguins and shit. There's some lion seals down there waiting for your asses. Stop fucking following us like little ass kids. Y'all like the little brother when your mama be like, and take your brother. Oh, mom, I don't want to take my brother with me. You know how he is. Boy, take your brother with you. Y'all family. Take your little brother with you. Come on. That's how we feel when you motherfuckers are out here. Y'all feel like little fucking ass brothers because we feel like every time we see y'all, we got to protect y'all like little ass boys. We got to duck y'all like y'all little brothers. Like, I ain't gonna hang out with that little nigga. Fuck that little nigga. We got to duck y'all like little ass boys. And some of y'all 50 years old and I'm ducking you. Some of y'all 40 years old and I'm ducking you. How the fuck I'm ducking grown ass men? Because y'all act like little fucking boys. Stop fucking following us. You niggas wasn't coming on fucking Cali, Colombia. You motherfuckers didn't even know. Every time I said Cali, do you know what motherfuckers thought I was at? California. I'll be telling dudes like, but 2016, 17, 18, I'm telling dudes like, yeah, I'm camping in Cali, Colombia. Or I'm in Cali. Oh, you in California? All right, dog. Man, no, Cali, Colombia. What? It was just a fistful of us down here. I'm so glad we don't have a red light district for all you fucking pookies that come down here. Y'all still try to come down here. They got black women down there. Stop fucking following. Can you do that one thing? One thing. Find your own fucking countries. God damn, y'all some fucking followers, man. Low self-esteem, high value, but low self-esteem. You got money, but your fucking self-esteem is so low that you always follow us to other countries. Take your ass to Uruguay, Paraguay. Well, too late, because the passport brothers are already down there. Don't go down there fucking that up. Take your ass to, I got you. Go to French Guyana. Go to French Guyana and Suriname. Those little small little countries between Venezuela, Guyana, and Brazil. Go take your ass there. Ain't nobody discovered them little small ass countries yet. Take your ass there. Take your ass to Bolivia. Go to Bolivia in the cold. Take your ass there. Go to Bolivia. Go discover some shit there. God damn, y'all some following motherfuckers. Can't stand y'all. You done fucked up. So just in case you ever wonder who I blame for fucking up the Passport Bro name is not the Passport Bros, is every one of you dudes that never denied the fact that you were not a Passport Bro. You let other people, news outlets, social media, mainstream media present you as a Passport Bro, and you never, ever corrected them. Not one of you bitch motherfuckers. Not one of y'all corrected them. You never told them, wait a minute, hold up. I heard about the Passport Bros, but I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them. None of y'all went on social media and correct any of the sisters that talked about Passport Bros. None of y'all bitch ass went on social media and say, no, I'm a sex pat. I'm not a Passport Bro. I go for bitches. That's all I do. That's all I know is bitches around the world. I'm a sex pat. Passport sexual, if you will. Y'all never did that shit. Y'all never went on all you pervs. You never told motherfuckers that you was on the perv list, the angels list, coming to Colombia. You just thought because you got caught as a perv in the States that you could use your passport and go to Brazil, go to Colombia, or go to Thailand and mess with little kids. And then when somebody asks you, are you a Passport Bro? You ain't say shit. You let the whole world think that you nasty motherfuckers was Passport Bros. So now the part of the Passport Bros asterisk is, do they mess with kids? Do they mess with the youngins? Cause of y'all bitch asses. That's why I duck most of you motherfuckers. That's why I duck most of you motherfuckers. Do not come in my face. Don't be talking about some Dre, I'm in Cali. No. The fuck out my face. Yeah, there's a lot of Floyds out there. There's a lot of fucking Floyds out there. want to sit up there and fucked up the passport bro moniker. It ain't been around 5 years. All y'all had to do was be a man like, hey, I ain't no passport bro. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't got nothing. At least preserve the hard work that the other brothers was putting in for the passport bro movement. But no, y'all said fuck that. Y'all treated passport bro like it was rental cars. Like it was rental cars. And that's what happened. Let's go back to the video. I know I didn't mean to go on that rant. Yeah, too many Floyds out there. That's a good way of putting it, brother. Too many Floyds out there.
I understand at a fundamental level the story of a passport bro.
Bro. A passport bro is a man who is done with untitled, ungrateful, high mileage women in the West demanding provider status while offering nothing but an attitude and an OnlyFans link. Done with 50% divorce rates, false accusations, alimony, traps, and child support jails. Done with feminism lies. You're toxic if you want a feminine, loyal, fit, debt-free, low body count. So he grabs his passport, flies to Colombia, Thailand, Philippines, Ukraine, Brazil, anywhere but the US. Places where women still value men. Cook, stay slim, don't weaponize sex, and see marriage as a partnership, not a paycheck. Stats don't lie, my friends. US women initiate 70 to 80% of divorces. 60+% of Western women, 18 to 30, are obese or overweight. The average Western woman, 7+ sexual partners by the age 25. And that's...
Now, when I say it, y'all look at me crazy. When I say 60 to 70% of women in the United States are fat as fuck, y'all look at me crazy. Maybe because the white woman said it, maybe y'all believe me now. Man, ain't that many fat women in the United States. That's because you used to looking at them. Your optics are so accustomed to being among obesity. It's no big deal to you. Americans are one of the few countries. I'll say this again. America is one of the few countries. There are other countries, but few countries where smashing big girls is, a part of the makeup of part of the fabric of the country, no matter what race. Smashing big girls is par for the course. Most countries, you ain't gonna be smashing big girls. All countries have big girls, but nothing like the United States. There's a few countries, like Samoan countries, but yeah, United States got some big people. Dave says this. He said, I'm just tired of the elementary school tactics by the sisters insults, name calling just to say they like us quality brothers. No, that's not the way to express yourselves, especially to me or my brothers. That's a good way of putting it too. That's a good way of putting it. And this is the funny part. I expect the insults from the sisters. Because remember, you leaving them. I mean, come on, let's be for real. When these sisters see you good-looking, hard-working men of all races getting on planes, and then the video, come on, man. Y'all, come on, let's be real. Let's be real. Dave, some of y'all, let's be honest. Some of y'all have dated for 20 years, 30 years in the United States. There is no footage in your phone, on your computer, in your family album of you ever smiling on a photo. Let's be real. These women in the United States have never, ever seen you smile, whether you took a photo with them in a club, whether it was a family function photo. Not one fucking smile. Right? Come on, let's be real. Get your black, white asses to Thailand your ass ain't stop smiling. You done got to the Philippines and Brazil. You all cheese and laughter. All teeth. Your Thai girl, she smiling with all teeth. You smiling with all... Bruh. You think these women ain't pissed off in the United States? In UK? In Canada? You just looking happy in them motherfucker. At peace. You see how we looking at MTR this week? Well, that's how your coworkers, your ex-girlfriends, and all your family members, they look at you when you go to other countries and you just happy to them. You in South Africa, just cheesing your ass off, grabbing all the asses you can find. So I can understand why the women in the United States are kind of pissed at us. Because all right, we keep showing some teeth in this motherfucker. We some smiling motherfuckers now. They ain't never seen this many black men smiling. Now maybe a few of the white brothers and the Latin brothers, but black men, we ain't never been known for no damn smiles. We done got our teeth clean. We done got veneers and shit. Man, we smiling our ass off damn near every photo. Happy as can be. So the same way that we're all looking at MTR this week, and we're happy for him. That's the same way your ex-girlfriend look at your Facebook page. And she looking at you like, why is this Negro so happy? He ain't never smiled like that when he was with me. He ain't with the black girl. He got an African. He ain't with the black girl. You be like, well, she's from South Africa. What are you talking about? I ain't with the black girl. She's not American black girl. The South African girl got you smiling your ass off. And the sisters in the States mad. Shout out to my brother IMF sending support. Shout out to all you guys that are supporting by way of PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of the screen. And if you want to support by way of PayPal, there you go right there. I mean, not PayPal, but Bitcoin. There you go right there. Show your boy some love through Bitcoin. Let's continue on.
Backed by the CDC, 43% of U.S. men under 30 are celibate, rejected, or priced out. Foreign wives, lower divorce rates, higher happiness, traditional values, actual gratitude. Passport bros aren't running, they are upgrading. So
Now, some people hear that word and they think S-tourist. And that's not what I'm talking about at all whatsoever, okay? What's behind that? Because that's the sensational part. That's the part that they'll try to shame you in. Oh, use a passport, bro. Like, ew, like that's what you do. Oh, disgusting. All they do is I'm not even going to go there and I'm even going to talk about that. I'm talking about the difference of life when you go somewhere else. The difference of life when you go outside of what is your normal. And I always talk about this on the channel in a sense of growth within yourself. You can never be the person that you are destined to be if you stay locked into the same block, society, hood, city, province. You can't, because there's no way that you can gain the different experiences that will help you understand the reason that this world turns.
So in America, you didn't have any specific reason of why you left? You didn't have any bad incidents?
No, in America I did great too. Everything in America was great too. But it's something about being overseas for me, like the adrenaline of it, something new, it's something different. And living in America, you kind of live in a bubble. I like to be outside the bubble and like to look inside the bubble and see what you got. Okay, you guys doing good over there? Okay, great. But other than that, I'd rather be outside the country all day, every day.
And you find it to be much cheaper to live outside the States?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because in America, I was blowing a lot of money. Actually, I made money and I went broke in 2016. No, yeah, 2016. I had maybe 300, 400,000. I blew it all and I got it all back. So it's just like a lot of people in America think it's the best place to live, but it's not really the best place to live. Even when you have money, it's not the best place to live.
In Thailand, bro, the biggest haters is people who never been. Everything they say, they got all this information and they never been there.
Yeah.
I'm there every day and motherfucker trying to tell me what is and isn't. These women thick. They bad. I'm talking about bodies on body. And everybody trying to tell me, oh, they.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Thailand. Shout out to Thailand. Y'all gonna quit acting like Thailand only got thick, skinny chicks. Y'all gonna quit acting like Thailand only got skinny chicks. Thailand got diversity, bruh. Believe it.
Skinny. They like sticks. They this and that. And I'm like, bro, that is not true. I just sat out on one corner and just went live and just let you see.
Man. Y'all gonna quit playing with them Thai chicks, man. Y'all gonna quit playing with them Thai chicks, man. Y'all ain't ready for that. Y'all keep on in the United States promoting skinny Thai chicks when Thai women, as well as Philippine women, come in all different shapes and sizes. Bruh, why do y'all keep forgetting that Thailand, Philippines, and the Spaniards have a history? The same damn Spaniards that gave you Colombian thickness and Venezuelan thickness that we enjoy so much. That's the same Spaniards that had their ass over there in the Philippines and Thailand. Y'all gonna quit sleeping on thickness around the world now. But in the United States, they will sell you that Thai women are skinny. They built like little boys. Yes, sir. Just a tad tear in my eye. Just a tad Prince Purple Rain tear going down. Let's marvel at the thickness on the screen. Yes, sir.
All these bad women walk by, and in the comments, I got some lame nigga. Man, that ain't what the Thai women look like. They look like this. He'll go to a picture on Google and pull up a skinny Asian woman and say, "This what they look like." They so matrix minded. All they can stick with is what they heard one time.
Yeah.
They seen Hangover.
Man, that's why I would rather listen to men who have been there or already there in a country. He said that's AI. That's already there in the country.
Over movie.
Yeah.
They went to Bangkok. He ended up messing with a lady boy. So that's all they could, Americans, all they could think of whenever they hear
That's probably
Thailand,
where it came
Bangkok,
from.
they hear lady boy because of this one movie.
My brother say, shout out to the African Wolf in the building. He say, Dr. Umar has entered the chat. Yes, sir. Thickness in Thailand.
Right? Or help you understand the reason that you've been placed on to this planet, or even your purpose, or the expectation of your purpose, or how to get fulfillment out of that. You have to see life in the world from varied perspectives. Okay? Now, the new one that I have to add up on there, maybe I've said it before in the past, is international travel. You have to get outside and see this. It's different. The branding and the marketing of the United States of America, shit, most of these places in the West, it's bullshit. I'm telling you this flat out, right? I'm 4 weeks into this trip.
Oh, 4 weeks. Okay. He was there for a hot minute. Now, when I say America presented us with some BS, oh, he's exaggerating. Andre just exaggerated. He don't love black people no more. I get it all. I hear it all. But now you hear MTR says, now that I'm outside of America, yeah, I can see how propaganda was showing us one thing, and the truth is another thing. I know, right? Zeta says, I keep seeing black women in America constantly talk about Khmer, the Khmer women who are melanin and don't know dark Cambodia. That's the crazy part. Don't even know that they're dark-skinned Cambodians that's darker than me. Exists, but they are the most educated. Yeah, women in the States always talking about they most educated, but don't even know that there's dark brothers and sisters in Southeast Asia. You're 100% correct, brother.
The honeymoon phase has subsided, and in fact, I think that's why I'm able to do a little bit more content, because I'm now like in the introspection phase.
Like, we hate on passport bros all the time, bro. I'm a nigga who hates on passport bros too. Yep, I'm one of them. But like, sometimes, bro, I just be understanding them. I really, bro, let's say like you see a 10 out of 10 in fucking Europe or like South America or some shit. Not only is she bad as fuck, she's actually nice. Nice. Like, personality. Not, bro, most of these 10 out of 10s in America
be mean as fuck.
Like, bro, mean as hell, rude as fuck, for no goddamn reason. Me personally, I'm a genuine nice person. Like, bro, I saw this cute ass Lil Jon, bro, but like, she had a good fit on. I complimented her fit. Bro, she looked at me
like she was fucking offended or some shit.
It's like, bro, that shit really had me question life. Like, bro, I just thought to myself,
like, am I ugly?
Am I chopped? Like, seriously, I told this girl from fucking Europe that she was fine, and she just started fucking blushing. It's just like, bro, like, she actually took the fucking compliment. Hey, bro, I'm sorry, passport bros. I'ma continue to hate on you, but like, real shit, I get y'all now.
Passport bros are men that are going to other countries looking for lives and so happen to find wives. We aren't going out just women hunting from country to country to country to country. We're looking for a life, a different system than the system in which we live in. When it comes to relationships, you also have 70% of the divorces that are filed by women. But when it comes to blended families, stepmom and stepdad, 61% of all divorces are filed by the men. So yes, men in the United States and women in the United States are filing divorces on each other in record numbers. Over 116 different foods in the United States are illegal in other countries. When it comes to being in the United States, they have two gangs. I don't mean the Bloods and the Crips. I mean the Republican and the Democrats. So we're not looking for women. We're actually looking for a system.
Yeah, you know what I don't understand about women getting mad at the whole passport bro movement? It's the fact that, like, you won. No, like, the men that you consider incels, the men that you hate, they left the country. They left the country for women that want them. Why are you tight now? Like, the shit just popped in my head. Y'all are mad that they're no longer going after y'all and are going after women of different countries and you're tight. And because y'all get mad at what you heard and not what I said, I am not talking about the men who are predatory going after women for predatory reasons.
International Quiet Storm says, Dre, we are sending AMSM, a man supporting men, straight to the thick Thai women. There you go. It will help him forget all about his baby mama. That is facts. That is facts.
I'm talking about the men who say, I'm tired of feeling disrespected by American women. I'm leaving. Or maybe you guys rope that in as one and the same, which in that case, that's not fair. Like, that's the textbook definition of moving the goalpost. I don't like this specific type of man. Oh shit, he moved out of the country. Well, now he's just going after women who have no choice. Like, y'all got what y'all wanted and you're still not happy. Like, what the fuck?
Now I'm gonna pay 100%, and if we break up, she get all the rights to the kid. And nigga, where I get to win at then? Where I get to win at?
Yeah.
Nah, homie, listen.
Yeah, go talk.
At this point in life, nigga, if you got a woman sitting back and she's okay with you doing 100%, nigga, that ain't your woman. You're not, homie, because we supposed to work together.
Now,
we supposed to work together. If I'm paying everything, that means you should be saving a bankroll. If I'm paying, then who's saving? If I'm paying everything, because you can't pay everything and save. But if we both pay half, we both can save and put up. Because I'm sure you got some family that you want to help too. You got some things that you like to do. So if I'm paying it all, you don't never pay nothing. You don't never offer to say, okay, this month I get rent, baby, and I've been paying it all. And I came in now. If that's the case, I see why these niggas going overseas then. If that's the mentality.
No.
I understand then. If that's the mentality that the nigga laying down and going to bed with, I see why nigga going overseas.
You know, I'm really trying to extract and extrapolate the lessons that I'm learning out here, and I'll try to disseminate to you guys as much as possible. And I know that the term of passport bro, again, has bad branding. So let it be a channel of my size, and the way that I can articulate this be sort of the gold standard. And I say sort of because, again, I'm not fully formed in this thought as of yet. But let me say this. From a dating perspective, right? The issues in the States for men, there's a lot of different issues. But one of the biggest issues is that there's a genotype that will get the most amount of success in the dating game, okay? Oftentimes on the channel, you might describe it as the sixes, 6 foot tall, 6-pack abs, 6-inch hello, all right? There's like a genotype, okay? 6 figures a year. There's a genotype also within that, and this is probably a little bit more specific to black culture. They want corporate Tupac.
Why is it that black women will say we want a corporate thug? Do we not realize that a corporate thug doesn't exist? Why is it that a good man is considered corny or a nerd? Do we not understand that those are the men that we want in our lives? Because
before she goes any further, put a 1 in the comment. I've heard this before, and I've been accused of this before. Put a 1 in the comment if you ever heard a female say that she wanted you to be a corporate thug, or she wanted a corporate thug. These women are so confused, and I've had this happen to me before a few times. My ex-wife called me that. I didn't like it. For those that have never heard the term corporate thug or corporate Tupac, it's where women say from 9 to 5, they want to see us in suits. They want us to be in suits. But if push came to shove, on the weekends, they want to see us on motorcycles. They want to see us with our cap to the back. They want to see us in steel-toed boots. They want to see us in Dickies. And shout out to the outfits. Don't get me wrong. You should love rocking some Dickies. But that's what they want. They want us to be able to whoop somebody's ass with a pair of Oxfords on or monk strap, hard bottom shoes. That's what the corporate thug is. Yeah, it's an insult. It's not a compliment. They try to present it as a compliment. They're saying that for me to be corporate is too nerdy, too boring, you look responsible. You look like you got some sense in your head. You look intimidating. Like I can't just tell you any old thing like I can tell the thug dude. I can tell a thug dude any old thing. He doesn't know. That's how the women feel. So they want you to be corporate where they can show you off. My boyfriend does this, or my boyfriend does that, or he owns a this, or he just traveled to and came back from a convention for that. So they want us to be corporate. But then in the bedroom, they want us to be thugs. They want us to beat that coochie up in Timberlands. They want us to, if somebody say something to them, just walk up to a dude. Damn the fact that you got to go to work on Monday. Here's the part with a corporate thug. They think that we're supposed to acquire everything and be dumb enough to put it all in jeopardy at the drop of a hat. Stay with me. You worked hard to get into position that you are in for all you corporate brothers, right? Whether it was in sales, whether it be management, whatever it is. A corporate thug to a woman is you are in the position to where she can brag about you, the corporate side of you, but you are still stupid enough to get in a fight and lose it all. Get arrested and you don't make it home to go to work on Monday morning for the corporation. To be dumb enough, you know you got a project to finish for work, but you decide to go out to a club all night long. That's what they want you to be. Somebody that's willing to jeopardize everything that you work hard for during the week, jeopardize all that shit on the weekend. Okay. I'll give you an example of corporate thugs without a suit. Y'all ready? NFL and NBA players. NFL and NBA players, they work for a corporation. They just don't wear this type of suit or uniform. They wear a different type of suit or uniform, right? How many times have we seen NBA corporate guys in a different type of suit lose it all fucking around with them women, trying to be on some thug shit? How many times have we seen NBA dudes lose it all? How many times have we seen NFL dudes lose it all? Every time you turn around, a dude in the NFL got to go to court over a bitch. So even though he works for a corporation, in his suit, that's why they call it suit up for the game, is different from this suit. But they are corporate guys. But these women want those guys to have a little edge to them, to be able to lose everything in a moment's notice. In a millisecond, you can lose all your contracts, all your endorsements, kicked off the team, because they got video footage of you getting in an argument with your woman, or video footage of you fighting off her baby daddy, or video footage of you just on some stupid shit. So when we tell you guys who have never heard the term corporate thug, it is not a compliment. It's an insult to all of us men that work hard, because they tell us, in other words, corporate thug means you're not good enough. Thugs, you're not good enough. I can't introduce you to my friends. Corporate guys, you don't come across as tough enough. I don't think you can sex me down like a thug can. So it's an insult to the thug brothers, and it's an insult to the corporate brothers. So don't think that it's a compliment. I used to hate hearing that shit. You a corporate thug. No, fuck, I ain't. I am not willing to lose everything at the drop of a hat over any of you bitches. Let's go back to it.
The corny man is going to be there for his family. He's going to take care of his children. The corny man is going to make sure that he remembers your birthday, your anniversary, or the day that you met. The corny man will surprise you with flowers from time to time. The corny man is going to be down with you through thick and thin and when things get rough. The nerd is usually the man with the high income. He's usually intelligent and he's going to think things through before he makes a move. The nerd is usually the man who is
Josh Jacobs is the latest one. Absolutely correct. Josh Jacobs is the latest one working for the corporation of the NFL. And she pulled that thug up out of him. And now we're hearing that no charges have been pressed yet, but I don't even know. But all of this is because of some female that wanted Josh Jacobs, Ray Rice, as well as these other brothers. You guys are absolutely correct to be corporate thugs.
Calculating his next move to ensure the best outcome for his family and his situation. But we don't want that.
I like them a little rough around the edges and a little round away.
You see what Beyonce mama just said? She said, I like them a little rough around the edge. I'm going to go to your super chat, brother. I like them a little rough around the edges, around the way. I like them a little rough. That's what Beyonce mama said. I like them a little rough around the edges. Let's go back. That's what she said. We all know that's Beyonce mama. My brother with the super chat says this. Let me go back. Did I miss one? Let me go back. I got here, AM, SM, and let's see. Johnny said you said you sent a super chat, Johnny. Let me check it out. Oh, there we go, Johnny. I did miss you, brother. My bad, brother Johnny. He said, Andre, could you give me the information of your dentist in Colombia? Yeah, I can. I could do that. For my teeth cleaning work. Yeah, I could do that. Do me a favor. Just shoot me an email, man, so we can exchange numbers and I'll get it over to you. Just shoot me an email. Once again, A Spence 2011. I'll get it over to you real quick. She does great work too. Actually, Andrea's got a cleaning appointment this week. I just got my teeth cleaned last week. Yes, sir. And she gives great deals for Americans when it comes to your veneers, your braces. I've had root canals done. I've had crowns put in. I just got a new set of veneers for top and bottom, because right here, you know, when I was talking about we smile so much as in other countries, now we're smiling a lot. When I would smile, you would only see like I had 4 done here and 4 done here. And so when I smile, you could still see the ones on the side that wasn't really done yet. So she went on ahead and did the side teeth for me on top and on the bottom. So now when I smile, it's a full white smile, including the cleaning that she did for me. So yeah, shout out to our girl Anna. But yeah, send me an email, man. She gives great prices, man, and does great work. She's been doing it for 25 years, and she speaks broken English, but it's really good. Her husband, who's always there, he speaks fluent English. He lives in the States, Italy, everywhere else. So he speaks fluent English. So, and her daughter speaks fluent English. So yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Shout out to Ben Dixon in the building. I was thinking the same thing. Ben, she needs a soldier. I was like, that's what Beyonce and them got it from. Mom said she needs a soldier. That's what that is.
Up and use the corporate language, and I was like, oh, he's a little too nerdy for me.
A street thug will walk up and rob you with a pistol wearing a mask. A corporate thug will walk up and rob you with a handshake and a signature wearing a smile.
All right, they want loud and strong, yet quiet and reserved at the same goddamn time. They want at a moment's notice that you got to defend their armor. You got to be the rough, tough, bad guy. All right. At a moment's notice, you got to be the Super Saiyan dick slinger. All right. You got to put that thing up on the table, which, from my experience, it's not too bad of expectations. But, that corporate Tupac shit it blows my fucking mind. But as a man who is charismatic, you understand that there's a certain game that you have to play in respect. Like, how many of the dudes that are successful in a dating game, but like low key, are addicted to video games, right? But they don't let that component of their realness or their personality come out, right? How many dudes that you know what I'm saying, will have like odd little, like they like anime or something like that, right? Like things that are.
Shout out to One Punch. Shout out to One Punch and all the guys that are anime fans. If you're a true anime fan, you know who One Punch is. And you know who the brother from Dragon Slayer is.
And that there's a certain game that you have to play in respect. Like, how many of the dudes that are successful in a dating game, but like low key, are addicted to video games, right? But they don't let that component of their realness or their personality come out, right? How many dudes that you know what I'm saying, will have like odd little, like they like anime or something like that, right? Like things that are not considered normalized within like what is considered cool. They'll call you a goofy, a lame, corny, like all of these different things that, you know, it's a very narrow-minded pathway that's just formed in bullshit. And it's not an indictment wholly on the mindset of the modern woman, because a lot of men self-select into that mindset as well. But I think like a lot of the men are just seeing what works with the women, and they utilize that as data, and they incorporate components of that into their game.
What's up with black men and anime? Because I've met so many people, it don't matter what category, what background, what country, they love anime. And it's so crazy to me because I'm like, why? I mean, I know it's probably great. It's like every black man I've ever met loved anime. And I grew up with it because I had to watch whatever my brother was watching. So I know I dip and dabble in some stuff, but I'm not really true to the game. It seems like it makes sense to like it. They got backstories, but I'm like, do they know that I know that they love anime? Because I ask every black man, I'm like, you watch anime, huh? They'll be like, yeah, how'd you know? Because it's a study of mine. I'm literally writing this down in my brain as I ask these people. Because I'm like, ain't no way that everybody I ever met that's a black man under 30 love anime. Is that a thing?
So all of my black kings that watch anime, come here. Come here. I want to see you. I just want to commend you. In a world full of hate, y'all still stay grounded.
Shout out to Demon Slayer. Yes, sir. If you know, you know.
And stood on this anime business, and I'm just in love with you.
And my man right here, he playing the right character, right? Because in Demon Slayer, my man got 3 wives. Anybody watch Demon Slayer, the character right here, he got three baddies too. Shout out to Demon Slayer.
I'm in love. Come here.
Yep.
Come here, please. Step into my office.
Black anime guys for the win.
Why y'all didn't tell me about the anime dudes? Why y'all didn't tell me about them? Why y'all didn't tell me? And I'm talking about the black dudes that like anime. I'm not talking about the weird ones that talk in the voice and rhyme with their arms behind them. No, I'm talking about the regular black dudes that are really into anime. Cause I could have been. Okay.
My brother say tasty. Tasty. Shout out to Dragon Slayer. You just made my night with that one, man. You just made my night. Oh, shoot.
Nobody told me. Then I brought it up on Instagram. It seemed like everybody know about them. And how they powered by Naruto. If you picking up what I'm putting down. Why y'all didn't tell me that?
Damn, what is that, bro?
Young lady, do not play with my emotions right now. As you can see, I'm already in a Zenitsu cosplay, so crying on command is automatic.
Oh, man. My man he said, y'all already know crying on demand is automatic. See, if you're a true Demon Slayer fan, you know exactly what he's talking about the crying on demand. He said crying on demand is automatic. Oh.
Damn, what is that, bro?
Young lady, do not play with my emotions right now. As you can see, I'm already in a Zenitsu cosplay, so crying on command is automatic. Where do y'all women that love black men, that love anime exist, so I can book my plane ticket and be there right meow?
Oh yeah, before he goes any further, man, I gotta show some love to Dragon Slayer. Gotta show some love to Dragon Slayer. Listen, I got the t-shirt, the custom t-shirt made. Great material. That's the front right there. Then on the back, bam. Yeah. For all you Dragon Slayer fans. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you guys know I'm for real with the Dragon Slayer. My man say tasty. Tasty. Yeah, this is my dude. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is the front where you can just see his eyes. Remember, he was in a battle with that one demon, the last demon. Yeah, this is my dude. Tasty. Yes, sir. So you know, that's why, hey, they got anime fans in Colombia. They got a lot of anime fans in Colombia. Yes, sir. Yes, that's my dude, dog. This is my dude. Yes, sir. My brother say tasty. I said, I gotta put my t-shirt out now. He didn't hit me with the tasty. I gotta put my shirt out now. Let's continue on.
When you're over in a place that doesn't have these different norms or like these established like normal things and expectations, when you're in a place where it's completely different and you're not held to the standards or the comparisons of those around you, and also there's not like this underlying money conversation, okay? On the channel, I'll let you guys know this. I probably said this in a live stream or two before, but when I do content and I find a topic that is about dating, relationships, all right, men, women, whatever, but then also it is a money topic, right? Like, you know, going off the Cheesecake Factory and she don't want to bang with the Cheesecake Factory. It's too beneath her, okay? You know, she's going out with her homegirls, invites her guy that she's dating, and she expects the guy to pay for the table. Those topics get some of the highest views, and I understand why.
A black woman brought 5 friends, ordered a lot of expensive food, and asked her date to pay. The man cleverly retaliated. The man and the black woman met through a dating app and had been getting along well online. When the woman suggested a high-end restaurant for their first date, the man hesitated, but eventually agreed. However, when he arrived, he was shocked to find that she was not alone. 5 of her close friends were already seated at the table. As dinner continued, the man watched the group order high-priced items, including steak, lobster, and several bottles of red wine. Feeling uncomfortable with the situation, he told the waiter that he was not feeling well and ordered only a salad. When the bill arrived, totaling around $2,000, the man made his position clear. He told the server he would only pay for the salad he ate, stating that he did not touch any of the other dishes. His date and her friends reacted angrily, accusing him of lacking manners and saying a real gentleman would have paid for everyone at the table. The man paid his portion and left the restaurant while the argument continued. Do you think this man should pay everyone's bills?
Oh, we're going to go there after we leave the nail salon. When you pay for my nails, we'll just go there.
A black woman asked her date to meet at a nail salon on their first date and expected him to cover a $1,500 bill. It was their first time meeting after connecting through a dating app. According to the man, he only realized after arriving that the location was a nail salon. The woman was already seated inside. Services were already in progress. Everything appeared to be part of a prearranged process. Soon after, the woman made her request. She told him that if he paid the $1,500 beauty bill, she would take him back to her place afterward. The man immediately felt uncomfortable, but he did not refuse right away. Instead, he pretended to agree to pay. He even encouraged her to add more services. The bill kept increasing. More services were added. The total eventually rose to $2,000. When the services were nearly finished, the man found an excuse to leave. The $2,000 bill was not paid by him. The woman became upset after realizing he had disappeared, but the bill had already been issued. She was left to pay the full amount herself. If it were you, what would you do?
And you're focused in this thing that you have to do to run on this hamster wheel to make money. You're judged by how much money that you make. Okay, you are your worth or your value is determined by your assets or your bank account, and it's like an odd thing. But I just think that it's the product of a capitalistic society, one of which, you know, keeping up with the Joneses or even greed is kind of normalized. It's kind of baked within it. But when you get to a place where there's been poor people here that have been generous to me. Let me repeat that. Poor people, right? Their rents, $200, $300 per month. They're trying to figure out how to make ends meet, but they're still generous. Think about that. Now, it's not to say that people are not trying to sell you things and there's not no products. Like everywhere you go on this planet is going to be, you know, advertisements and billboards and shit like that. It's always going to be that, okay? But what I'm trying to get out here is that they establish happiness just so different. It's just so different. And when you remove the layer of money, you can get down to like this fundamental, who are you? What do you think? There's not a thought of using, from my experience and what I've seen. There's not this like selfishness, right? And in the States, I get it. Shit, I have to be selfish. I have to be selfish with my time. In order to create this right here, over the past 10 years, I've had to be selfish as shit in order to do what I have to do in order to substantiate this, to create this, to retain this, to grow this. I've had to be selfish with my money, my time, my energy. I have to be selfish because to create this is difficult and it takes time, it takes energy, it takes consistency. So I'm even a victim of it. I'm even a victim of it. But when I'm out here, that pressure, that, you know, I've said this before, that climbing Mount Everest without a peak or a summit, I don't feel it no more.
But I can say I do love Thailand. It's an unbelievable place. Any black man that has the ability, the time, and the capability to do it, man, travel outside, especially Thailand. You'll realize that America the only place that treats you bad for being black, and everywhere else treats you good. And it's a crazy experience to feel, to be treated good for being black instead of treated like we are here.
I'm a 38-year-old black.
Before he goes any further, that's an excellent point that the brother just made. He said every man should travel because you should experience what it's like to be loved because of your blackness, or appreciated or desired because of your blackness, compared to how we treat it in the States. Just think about it. You got a whole country known as the United States, and the only people that really appreciate your blackness is few white girls, few Latin girls, few Asian girls. But the rest of them are black women. The only people that appreciate your blackness is them fat black girls back in the States. That's why y'all feel like y'all obligated. I'm gonna say this again. One of the reasons why y'all feel like y'all obligated to the black queens in the States, because they are the only ones in the States that show you appreciation for your black skin. Other than a few white girls, few Latin girls, just a few here and there. But for the most part, it's the sisters that's been goo gaga over you. And then you leave the United States and go to other countries. And you see how other cultures are goo gaga over you too. And you realize that the sisters in the States do not have a monopoly on going goo gaga over you. And that's why a lot of you brothers still, hey, do Latin women like black men? Because you ain't left the United States, and the only people that ever showed you love was not Latin for the most part. It was the sisters. I'm gonna say this again. A lot of y'all you ain't been loved because of your complexion or your height or your style or how you walk or how you talk. You ain't been loved by anybody else but the sisters. So when you go to other countries, You see how well you appreciate it. Now, not in all countries, of course. You notice how you treat it. You like, man, listen, when I go back to the United States, ain't nothing them sisters can do for me no more. What can them sisters do for you now that you know that you are appreciated by more than just the sisters? I ain't gonna lie, when I was going back to the States, see, I'm laughing. I wasn't sitting around worried about what the sisters thought. I didn't care no more. I was not trying to smash nobody. And I really wasn't trying to smash the sisters, not because of the sisters. I'm gonna say this. Some of us was only smashing sisters for 2 reasons. Well, really 3. Hue, she black, I'm black. History, we can relate to our history. And let's be real. Some of y'all was only smashing black chicks because those are the only chicks you was going after. And those are the only chicks you thought you could go after. Think about it. You hadn't left the United States other than you military brothers. But a lot of us who hadn't left the States yet, all y'all knew was, okay, she's my sister. You know, we've got history, black history together. I'm going to go and smash her. And all you knew was sisters. Let's be real. A lot of you dudes ain't never even been a white girl. You ain't never been with a Latin girl. You ain't never been with an Asian girl, Italian chicks, none of that. Cool. Got you. Nothing wrong with that. And so in other words, you don't know how appreciated you are for being who you are, how you walk, how you talk, how you dress, your complexion, how it shines in the skin. You don't know that. Why? Because you only been around sisters in the States. So you ain't been around the Caribbean sisters. You ain't been around the Brazilian sisters. You ain't been around the sisters in Cambodia. You ain't been around some of the tan sisters in Thailand and the Philippines that got the nice tans. You ain't been around none of that. You just been around regular everyday sisters. So you haven't experienced yet. So now you leave and you experience. And I'm telling you, for a lot of us, once we get back home, we don't want to experience that no more. It's not against the sisters, but now you know you have options and new experiences that's waiting for you. To whereas before you left the United States, you didn't know. You didn't know. You thought Brazilians was white. You didn't know there were Asians in Brazil like that. You didn't know black people were 113 million deep in Brazil like that. You didn't know that. You saw a couple of Brazilians with some sisters on, but you ain't really know like you know. Now you know. So now you come back to the States and the sisters be coming at you looking all big. Hey, baby, welcome home. I know you want this. I know you want these big curves. And you looking at her like, nah, I'm gonna treat you like my sister now. I don't want you. You don't want this? No, you my. I love you as a brother, like a sister, like in church. You know, like in the mosque, in the temple. I love you like a sister of the power. And they're mad because they now realize you don't want them anymore. You love them like a sister of the heritage, of the hue, of the history, but you don't want to get them in bed no more. And they are pissed. They are pissed. Yeah, some of the fine dark chocolate, dark-skinned Thai women, and they treat you so much better. Absolutely correct. My brother Bingen says this. Shout out to Bingen. Bingen says, that was the benefit of growing up in Toronto. Yeah, I could imagine. You know, coming from Detroit and driving up to Toronto all the time. Yeah, I could imagine. Growing up in Toronto with the level of multiculturalism, and Toronto is very multicultural. There, I was exposed to all kinds of people. Absolutely correct, brother. I can attest to that. AMS said this. He said, Andre, I heard most men Stop messing with them American women after traveling. I know I did. Bruh. True story. After I started traveling, it just hit me. After I seriously started traveling, I'm thinking, I'm trying to put a sister in the role of, nope. Do you know, it just hit me, bro. And it took me a second to go through this. After start traveling back and forth to different countries, and then hitting Colombia and start traveling, I had never had sex again with another black woman in the United States. I had sex with a white girl before officially, getting a relationship with Andrea. And I was smashing this bad Native American chick. I'm talking about true blue Native American. She had green eyes too. I never seen a Native American with green eyes. She was 5'8". But it just hit me like right now, I have never had sex with a black woman. Almost 5-6 years before moving to Colombia. Yep, about 5-6 years. I would say maybe 4 years. Wow. Because I was so used to the attractiveness of women in other countries, seeing sisters in other countries, that going back to the States was like, for what? Going back to the States and date was like, for what? Smashing chicks for what? All American women was going to make me feel like I was wasting my time. I don't care how fine she was. And that was the other thing. I never looked at American women with that eye of fineness again. I think American women are extremely beautiful. Don't get me wrong. But that air of, I got to hit that. No. I got to hit that. Actually, and it was a Latin woman. So it was, I smashed Native American. Then maybe a year later, white and Latin from Puerto Rico. Other than that, by the time I would have smashed a sister, I was already in love with Andrea. So that was deferred. So never got back around to the sisters. Zeta says, me too. He said after traveling, meeting dark-skinned women overseas, I stopped messing with American black women. And it's not like you purposely go out and do that. It's not like you're sitting around. See, social media would try to sell it as if we're purposely going out there. We're anti-sisters. You don't even notice that you're doing it. That co-worker that you used to say little flirty things to, you don't even say that to her no more. You speak, but you ain't flirting with her like you used to. Your daughters or your sons, basketball coach. Your daughter's basketball coach, right? You used to flirt with the little female basketball coach. Now, no. The little female that used to work in the restaurant down the street from your house that you go get the catfish from, you used to flirt with her. You went to Brazil, came back. You just order your catfish, you speak and be respectful, and you walk out. No more flirting. It's like a subconscious thing. It's almost like a light switch. It just click, and you just start looking at American black women like they're your sister. And you like, no, I do not want to smash you. You don't want this? No, I don't want it. You're beautiful, you're sexy. But I know something way more beautiful and sexy and can cook and don't have an attitude and makes me smile. You don't make me smile. Yeah. It's not like I purposely did it. I don't think some of you guys purposely do it. It's just that you just notice that, man, I don't go out. You know, if I go out to a cigar bar, I want to enjoy the cigar and some brandy. I ain't trying to be like, damn, look at these sisters. Now, don't get me wrong. You're a man. You gonna get your eye candy on. You gonna notice women beauty, but you don't be like, damn, she fine. I gotta get her number. Them days was over, man. Yeah. It's hard to explain. Absolutely correct. That's a good point. Good way of putting it, Jay. Yeah, you go on monk mode. Zeta said exactly. He said it was it wasn't out of choice. It was just my anatomy felt turned off, and I couldn't bring myself to and it wasn't even about if the female was offering me sex or anything. It was more or less like, I ain't got no time for it. I'm chilling. I ain't gonna lie, dog. Is it just me? Once I started traveling to other countries, I was making up excuses not to have sex with American women. I could have, but I was like, I got to go to work in the morning. I got laundry to do. I would come through, but you know, I got to feed my goldfish. You know, my goldfish mad at me. You know, you just coming up with all these little subconscious excuses for not making it over to their crib or letting them come over to your crib. You know, I'm sleepy for real. You know, I'm kind of tired. And next thing you know, weeks have gone by, and all of a sudden months go by, and now you're officially on monk mode, and you have not touched a sister or anybody in the United States, even though you could. You just keep giving yourself these lame ass excuses. You know, I would let you come over, and I know it's like 2:00 in the morning, but I got to put a roof on the house. You know, just lame ass excuses because you just like, I know, right? You caught that deep soul. But yeah, you just don't. It's not like you do it on purpose. You just treat sisters, like just like in church. You just treat them like a sister. He said, be sitting there looking at them like, I wonder what bullshit they have going on in their lives. Yeah, man. For real. El Monte says this. He say, facts. The domestic women don't hit like foreign women. So you don't say it. You don't be like, yeah, I don't mess with you American women no more. You don't say it. It's just like your actions slowly start to change at work. And all of a sudden, the same chicks you used to flirt with at work, you ain't flirting with no more. You know, you got your boy, he trying to hook you up with one. Hey, I got two, dog. I got two for us this weekend. I know you just got back from Colombia. I let you have your week off. Now I got this little shorty. She got a friend. We about to do the do. And you be like, nah, dog, I'm good, man. What? Man, I'm good, man. You know, I'm good. I'm just chilling, man. I'm at the house, bro. Man, you always at the house. Since you got back from Brazil, you always at the house. You don't never go nowhere now. You don't explain yourself no more. You just be like, because you know what's out there in the world. That's the most important part, man. I remember my boy, I think I told y'all this story, man. My last trip there, and my boy, he said, well, I'm going to take you to a club, right? He said, we going out. I was like, okay, cool. We went out. And half the time he had to walk over to me and say, Dre, are you all right? I was like, cool, I'm chilling. I ain't never did this. I'm always the life of the party type of dude. Man, I'm in a corner with my little beer, or I was at the bar and I'm watching Sports Center. Everybody having fun in the club. And don't get me wrong, I was having fun. I wasn't depressed or anything, but I wasn't being as social as I normally would, right? Because I didn't want to be bothered. I'm about to move to Colombia in a couple days, man. I ain't trying to be bothered with this old American bullshit, right? That's what my mind was. My mind was already in Colombia. So every once in a while, he'll come over and say, "Hey, Dre, what's up, bro? You good? I got some shorties out back, man. You want to holler?" I'm like, "Nah, man, I'm good, man. You know, I'm good, man." I said, "I watch Stephen A. Smith, man. I watch Sports Center, man." So I sat there at the bar, man. You know, just sat up there enjoying some beers, and I enjoyed watching Sports Center while everybody else was having fun. I didn't want to go out. I only went out because he invited me out, and that was my dog. But I didn't. That's how I was so nonchalant. I think what it was, I became more and more nonchalant in the States compared to how I was every time I left the States. In the States, I was like, "You want some pussy? That's all right. You sure?" I'm sure. That's all right. Thank you, though. Thank you. Yeah, he said Afro-Latinas look so much better than most. Absolutely correct. Average black women. You say plus they come in a lot of varieties. Absolutely correct. Theta says this. He said, "Right, Dre." He said, "My energy just felt off." He said, I didn't have the urge to keep thinking about them tan foreign beauties overseas. He said, "I kept thinking about those tan foreign beauties overseas and couldn't get them out of my mind." Yeah. I couldn't even put up a good fake like I really want the party in the States. Like I really want, like if a bad chick walked past me, I would notice how beautiful she was, and I would notice how well she smelled. That was it. I wish it was more than that, but that was it. That was it, man. Let's continue on with the video. We're almost done.
Man in America. I made it. Nah, but I think one of the greatest gifts I ever gave myself was traveling the world. Because when you leave the country, you start realizing just how small your bubble actually is. See, in America, we grow up thinking the whole world moves like we do. Same problems, same priorities, same pace. But it's not at all really how it is. I've been places where people have way less than we do, but somehow they laugh a little more. They sit a little longer together. They just move through life a little slower than we do. Travel also teaches you something powerful about your identity. In America, sometimes people see your race first, or it's all they see, unfortunately. But in other parts of the world, you're just the American. I mean, in my case, yeah, I'm the Black American, but that typically has worked in my favor from my experience and a certain amount of respect that comes with that. But nonetheless, it does change how you see yourself. It makes you realize how arguments online and the things we stress about and how many things we think matter, this shit just really doesn't. It's minuscule to some of the real shit going on out here, right? Travel humbles you, it broadens you. And if you let it, it teaches you that the world is a lot bigger than the narrative you were handed. And once you see that, you can't unsee it. Book the flight, lab.
So I've been to like 50 countries. Whenever I come back to America, people always ask me, how is it being black in Australia? How is it being black in the UK? How is it being black in this country or that country? Is there racism there? And I'm like, babe, listen, let me hold your hand when I tell you this. If you could be black in America and survive, you could be black anywhere and survive. Personally, I feel a lot safer overseas being a black American than I do being a black American in America. Just the exact reason why I would never, ever, ever live in America again. Because I'm a firm believer in going where your soul feels most at peace. And for me as a black man, to live in America is like living in a constant state of anxiety. And that's not life to me. That's not what I want my life to look like or to feel like. And the older that I get, the more that I really value my safety, my peace of mind. And so if I can get that at home where I was born and raised, and I'm gonna go to a place where I can get that. And so that's Australia, if that's the UK, if that's Bali, then so be it. And I'm an advocate for living in places that don't bring you anxiety. Even if that means
having to live in a place that is far away from your loved ones. You know, if you're going to be a trailblazer, you're going to have to make some sacrifices. The two go hand in hand. Pick your path. But I'm just a world traveler, so what do I know? Peace, love y'all. Bye.
I think I would love to see other Black men embrace finding out who they truly are outside of their environment. One of the blessings that I've been able to have is traveling to different obscure places and not have contact with anyone else and figure out things that I truly like, people that I truly like to be around, and the things that I want to invest in for myself. I was in Odessa, Texas one time, and I realized like, yo, I like hiking, and I'm listening to like songs that I used to like on Z100, and I'm okay with it. I'm blasting it, you know, with no judgment, because I'm not in an environment where I'm around other things. I'm truly liking those things for myself. So I think I want to encourage a lot of Black men to find out who they truly are and what they might like outside of the environments that they're in.
Right.
So now I wake up in the morning and it's not, I gotta, XYZ, sorry, meeting at such and such, I got, do this, do that. Now it's just like, I just have life. I just have a life to live. One of which that has very easy access to a beach. Hello, it's like 300 feet that way. It's absolutely insane. Yo, the other day I was doing kickboxing. Muay Thai, which is kickboxing. Muay Thai kickboxing at this gym that I signed up for, because I'm out here not trying to be a tourist. I really haven't done tourist stuff. I'm like down here just living. So I signed up for a gym and everything. And I was doing kickboxing, and the window looks out towards the beach, and the sun, I'll try to get some footage of it, I'll try to get some footage for you guys. The sunset was coming down, so the sky was turning like orangey pink as I'm doing this new activity of Muay Thai kickboxing, sweating profusely, tired. He's making me do all these damn kicks. I haven't kicked shit since I was like 12 years old, all right? And I'm watching the sunset over the beach as the sky turns like this fuchsia color. In paradise. Right up on the beach, you can go eat for $5 and be full for the entire night. I'm walking by the businesses, right, the shops, and I got people, women are just, hey, come in. Come in. I sit in, and of course I still got my American, from the States, New York hat on. I'm like, this is a setup. All right, what they want from me. All right, how they gonna use me. All right, what are they trying to pull out of me. And it's just good conversation. Never with an expectation of anything from you. They just see you, a face, it looks different, and they're curious, and they smile. And they're nice. Passport bros, I understand y'all. I understand. There's been so many movements that have happened in my couple of weeks being here. Because like I said, I have no agenda. I just walk outside and shit'll happen. Shit'll happen. Now, I will say this. If you are disgusting, sloppy, fat, overweight, you don't work on yourself, you don't clean yourself, you have bad hygiene, you don't take care of yourself. If you that type of dude and you think that you could take an international trip and they're gonna be hawking you down, it's
4 grooming habits that women notice in men. And let's cut to the chase. First impression.
Before she gives the 4 grooming things, shout out to our brother ASMS, a man supporting men. He said, I told someone the other day, if you can handle the average Black woman, you can handle any woman. And that is so true. So true, because you're not going to get as much attitude from as soon as you approach them. I'm going to say this. Maybe on the continent of Africa somewhere, but all the countries that I've gone to, that brashness when you approach someone, it's nothing like in the United States. You could just say, excuse, I got a man. I was just asking for directions. I got a man. Okay. Okay. Oh, beautiful. You looking good today. I'm gay. I'm gay. I'm gay. You like, what? I'm gay. Okay. That's the United States. You don't get a word in edgewise. Other countries, I've never had that happen. Never had that happen. Never seen it happen. Never heard of you guys complaining about it happen. Man, I was in Thailand, this Thai chick cussed me out. Not on the norm, not on a regular basis. So my brother's absolutely correct. If you can handle them rude, disrespectful American women, you can handle the soft tones of women in most countries. And that's the truth. Let's head back to the video. We're almost at the end. Grooming is important, gentlemen. Grooming is important. I think one of the mistakes that we make when we travel as men, we think that being fly is important. Being fly and having your gold rings and bracelets and your fly shoes is good. But if you're stinking, I see some of you dudes, $500 tennis shoes on. Nothing wrong with that. Got your bracelet on. Gold chain, which you ain't supposed to be bringing, but hey, got your gold chain on, right? Nice outfit. And your teeth are so damn yellow and brown. You could smell the gingivitis because you got a cavity in the back that you have not taken time out to get taken care of. So the funk that is coming from that cavity, you don't scrub your brush your tongue or the roof of your mouth. You don't floss. Yeah, you a yuck mouth. Fly outfit. But as soon as you open up your mouth with them dog teeth, some of y'all don't groom your hair right. Brother, if you don't say it, I'm going to say it. You are bald. Now you have some situations like our brother Ronan Travers, he said yesterday. He said, hey, my girl like it. Keep it as is. But for the rest of you guys, you bald. If you don't shave that off, why y'all got this shag in the back? Why do y'all do? Why? What's with the shag? All this is gone. I mean, it's gone. All this reminds you of yesteryear when you used to have all this. You can't brush wave a scalp. You can't put a perm on a scalp. You can't braid a scalp. It's over. Unless you're gonna go to Turkey and go ahead and get your hair taken care of in Turkey. Okay, cool. Right? In other countries. Okay, cool. Unless you're gonna do that and you're bald like the rest of us, man, if you don't shave that shit off your head, all this, you just got a shag in the back. Some of y'all got a braid in the back. You got a braided back. How the hell you still got braids? First of all, as a grown ass man, you got braids in the back. All this is shining and shimmering. If the top of your head is shimmering, you just like the rest of us. Shave the shit off your neck. Shave it. That's why you got to keep buying pussy, because soon as she look at the back of your neck, she see that big ass shag of hair in the back. she looking at you like, why don't you, baby, you cute, but why don't you just shave that shit off your head? I ain't shaved my hair. Baseball cap ain't gonna save y'all, guys. Oh, this bald man to a bald man. Baseball cap is only gonna make women look at, he ain't got no confidence. He put a hat on his head because he's scared I'm gonna see that he's bald. It shouldn't be like that. A hat should complement your baldness, not cover up your baldness. I'm gonna say this again. A nice fedora, nice baseball cap, any type of hat should complement your baldness. It should not be the tool that you use to try to cover up your insecurity of being bald. Cologne. If y'all asses, white boys, I'm talking to you. White boys, you cannot use the soap in the hostel and think that that's real soap, brother. White boys, if you don't take your ass, in every country you can go to, they got a pharmacy. Go buy some soap and some deodorant. White brothers, let everybody else smell like wet dog, okay? Just because everybody in your party, the females, your boys, just because they smell like wet dog, that does not mean you got to be walking around in a crowd smelling like wet dog too. You know historically how y'all smell. That baloney smell ain't going nowhere. So you might as well go ahead and get some deodorant, some nice cologne, some soap. Next thing, white brothers. If you don't wash your damn legs and feet, just because you pale and you can't see the dead skin doesn't mean the dead skin on your legs and feet isn't there. See, as a black person, I can tell before I even get in the shower, yeah, my legs is getting dry, the dead skin, or see my feet, my toes looking dry, and make sure I clean my toes. I can see it as a black person. That doesn't mean that you ain't got no peeling skin and dead skin all over your legs too, white boys. Wash your damn legs. Especially because y'all all hairy anyway. Y'all should be the first ones to wash it. And do not, last but not least, white boys, stop thinking that rubbing your body with soap is removing the dead skin from your back, your arms, armpits, everything. No. Get you a face rag. Put some soap on it. Get you a loofah, white boy. Put some soap on it. I don't care if it's spray soap. I don't care if it's a bar of soap. Put some soap on it, white boy. And watch how many layers of dead skin and dirt you get off your body. Just imagine how you want your body to be smooth. And get between your nuts, under your nuts. There is no reason for you to talk about we're supreme and you don't know how to wash your ass. I'm white. We are supreme. Prove it. Throughout human history, for the last 700, 800 years, y'all been ruling Europe. Black people brought y'all deodorant. The Turks brought y'all how to build pools in bathtubs, big bath houses. And you still smell like you just came out of the cave of Europe. Off the Caucasus Mountains, if you will. White boys, wash your ass. Grooming is important. Damn. You see this face I'm making, white boys? I'm tired of when I come around y'all. And some of y'all, my white brothers, I'm gonna say this. Y'all some of the coolest dudes, bro. This is not a hate rant. This is not a hate rant. Some of y'all, my dogs, my dog. Right? My dogs. That's why I'm letting you know. Wash your ass with a face towel. Scrub your whole body, your nuts and your butt and all. Get in between your toes. Don't just look down at your feet and talk about, yeah, the shower gonna wash it off. Water does not hit your body so hard that it's gonna just automatically wash off the dead skin off your ankles, the dirt off of all that hair, because y'all know y'all love to have hairy legs. That's all that dirt and filth and all them dead mosquitoes and everything else that you done smashed in between your hairy legs. You think there's just letting a shower and running soap that's supposed to clean? White boys, if y'all think, if you smell this bad right now, I would not have wanted to be around your ancestors, because I couldn't even imagine how they smell pre-deodorant. So white brothers, stop making commercials about washing your hair and washing your ass and start doing it in real life. And twice a day, please, because you are funky more than twice a week. So tired of going over in Europe and smelling funky white boys on a hot train. And it's like the more y'all age, the funkier you get. Ain't nothing worse than some old white people that's funky on a train in Europe. So take care of that, white boy. Show some love to all the other cultures. That's another one. And brothers, y'all better not be doing this, man. White boys. What is it with going to piss? Your hands are wet with urine. You walk right out and go right into the restaurant and finish off your steak. But here's the kicker, white boys. This what we trying to understand as black people. Y'all would do that in a corporate environment. White boys, you will be the CFO, 53 years old. You average $290,000 a year. You come to work clean, nice vehicle. Before the business meeting starts, on the 17th floor, you got to go to the restroom. How come I've only seen you white brothers wash your hands in the movies? Yeah, in the movies where y'all got a suit on, or if y'all at the club, they make sure they showcase you white boys wash your hands. But in real life, y'all, some of the most nasty corporate dudes I have ever seen. And keep your fingers out your nose like you're a little boy. Y'all just be steady up in it. Just be up in there like ain't nobody's walking around. Ain't nobody looking. And you want to talk about black people? Please. Thank you. I'll be in there. If I gotta use the bathroom in the public, man, I'll be using half the dang roll covering up the stool. So we all got grooming. I know, right? So we all got grooming. I did go on a tangent. I did do that. Because I kind of looked at it, I was like, oh, we got the video to finish. Here we go.
Expressions matter. The way you groom yourself speaks volumes before you even utter a word. Here are 4 grooming habits that women notice, and you should be nailing. A well-kept beard or a clean shave. Whether you're sporting a beard or going for a clean-shaven look, make sure it's purposeful and neat. A well-groomed beard shows you take care, whereas a clean shave shows you have precision. Your physique. And you need to be hitting the gym. You don't need to look like you're a bodybuilder. You simply need to prove to her that you're dedicated and that you take care of yourself. A decent haircut. Your hair is the centerpiece of your look. Find a style that complements your face and your personality. Keep it clean and don't skimp on a good barber. A signature scent. Find a good quality cologne that becomes your signature scent. Not too strong, but something that leaves a subtle and memorable trail. Remember, grooming isn't just about looking good. It's a display of self-respect and attention to detail. Women notice these things because it shows that if a man is able to take care of himself, he's more likely to also take care of the things that he's proud of and he has in his life.
Look, I'm really glad bald guys are having their moment. Like, I love a bald man. I think bald is so sexy. I have a qualm with you guys, though, okay? Because it's summertime. All the bald guys are feeling emboldened right now to go outside topless. Amazing. So nice. Love to see it. Want to scratch it. Why on God's green earth do you not have your beard faded? You got bald.
She is right. One of you guys corrected me. This is my first beard. I forget which one of you guys corrected me a couple weeks ago, because I had it to the point, right? So I had it right here. And one of you guys corrected me, hey, Dre, your first beard got you. You got to fade this, bruh. You got to fade it. I got it. So it took me a couple days to realize what the brother was saying. True story. This is a couple weeks ago. One of you brothers was like, hey, Dre, in the comment section, hey, Dre, you need to fade your sideburns, brother. Fade your sideburns. I was like, fade my sideburns? I thought that you were saying make them closer. So I'm in there for the first couple of days. Okay, well, I should make them thinner. I don't want to look like Elvis, I don't want to look like Michael Jackson on the Beat It. Remember Michael Jackson on the Beat It? He had the big side. Okay, right. So I'm thinking you meant make a true story, make them thinner. So I'm in there every time I groom, make them thinner. And then it kind of like hit me again with a brother. I said he didn't mean make them thinner. He said, Dre, you gotta, because I would cut my hair bald, right? And I would it would stop right here, and then the beard would just be fully beard right here, right? And so I thought I was doing something, right? You guys are watching me grow this beard. But the brother said, no, Dre, you gotta fade it, bro. You gotta fade it. Okay, cool. So you gotta fade it. You can't be having it all stuck right here, Dre. Get it together, Mr. Spence. That's what she's saying. She said, black men, bald men, hey, love you. But you got to fade it, bro. You got to fade it. My brother DJ says this. He said, I usually wait until I get to Colombia to get a beard trim. He said, they fade the beard, and I got out of there. Yep, there you go. Yeah, I didn't know. Let's go back to the video. The things I've learned on this channel. Let's go back.
These things because it shows that if a man is able to take care of himself, he's more likely to also take care of the things that he's proud of and he has in his life.
Look, I'm really glad bald guys are having their moment. Like, I love a bald man. I think bald is so sexy. I have a qualm with you guys, though, okay? Because it's summertime. All the bald guys are feeling emboldened right now to go outside topless. Amazing. So nice. Love to see it. Want to scratch it. Why on God's green earth do you not have your beard faded? You got a bald head, sideburn, thick as What are you guys doing? Why is it that women have to help you through quite literally everything? Why can't fade, bald, fade? Do you understand me? I'm so glad you guys are having your moment. Please, fade only the beard. And when it's raining, I know you have the weather app. You need a hat at least, babe. Your only line of defense is your eyebrows. Why am I a woman teaching you how to be bald? I'll do it, but Yella, please. I love you, okay? Let's get it right. Let's get it tight. Get it right. Get it tight. Do you know what I mean?
I've learned that receding hairline is the #1 Google search for men.
I'm not surprised. Most women don't actually care if a man is balding, receding. We almost expect it. But we also need them to just make a decision. If you're hanging on to most of the hair that's gone, let it all go.
Thank you. Some of you dudes hanging on like George Jefferson. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Shape it. Women don't mind a bald man, but we want a well-kept bald man.
I mean, can you win out here being a disgusting fat loser? I mean, it depends on your definition of win. But I think that, you know, and I know that, you know, I got some genetic things that are working, in my favor. I'm 6'2". You know, the chicks look at me and they go, 40? Like, that's how they say it. They be like, how old are you? 40? What? Let me see ID. Let me see ID. 40? Like,
make him feel good.
I know I got some genetic things, you know what I'm saying? I still work out, all right? So your boy got, is the cousin of a Greek guy, all right? Still at 40 years old. All right, broad shoulders. You understand what I'm saying? My mama at least thinks that I'm handsome. All right, so I'm walking on these streets. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm a fruit roll up. You heard? I'm a fruit snack. All right. I'm something that, you know what I'm saying? I'm rare, and I'll tell you what. As a man, it feels good to be overly respected and appreciated.
When I had jungle fever.
Yeah.
Black men are so beautiful.
You know, it's crazy.
All kinds of shades.
My last broad Spanish, another broad
you
don't
like
speak
a
no
Latina,
English,
huh?
and they all be
Cute.
like, and they all say they don't mess with nobody but black men. I don't know what it is.
Because you guys have the culture. Black people have changed literally everyone. Like even from Europe, people want to act like the culture. They want to dress like the culture. You guys have literally you guys are the digital footprint. You guys like the blueprint.
We just standing around this motherfucker.
Yeah, that's why some women, some white women, they like to go ahead and rent themselves a black man for the night.
I'm very, very, very attracted to black men.
Why?
Athletes, I feel like they're just so exotic looking. I also like their upbringing because we have very similar upbringing. As Russians and black people, we have
in America, black people in America and Russians have similar upbringing.
Very strict.
What does this mean? What does strict mean?
You know, you have to respect your elders. There's like, if you have food on the plate, you have to finish the plate. Family values. It's like very similar. So a lot of times, I can have a very deep and spiritual conversation with a black person. I can count on my hand how many times I had a deep and spiritual conversation with a white person in America. You would be surprised. That's why when I moved to Atlanta, I was like, oh my God, I feel like I'm home now. Because it's like a lot of times it'd be like, oh my God, girl, no, I just can't. It's like, bro, speak words. I don't, what are you doing? Or it'd be so, if you say something, I haven't seen my family in 10 years, they'd be like, I'm so sorry. And like, I'm not asking for your sorry.
Yeah, we're just talking.
We're just having a conversation.
Yeah.
And this whole thing of like this white American notion of saying, I'm sorry about everything.
I caught that too, Quiet Storm. I caught that too.
It's like, why are you sorry? I didn't ask you for that. I'm not begging you for sorry.
Yeah.
I'm actually sharing my thoughts, and I'm expecting you to share your thoughts back.
Yeah.
So we can have a conversation.
That's what it is, back and forth.
But no, it's very tough. So that's why I'm like, most of my people, they're black. Like, I don't really have that many. So it's either like immigrants or black people majority. Like, that's just what it is.
So white or black men?
I like black men. If it ain't dark, there ain't no spark.
So why black men over white men?
Honestly, I feel like it's just like the charm, the swag. I would go for a white man, but he not country.
I think it's
not a country.
It's the way they carry themselves. A lot of white men don't have confidence.
I agree.
Like if a white guy had confidence that he looked good, then that's fine. I don't really care about color for real. It's about how you carry yourself.
I agree with that. It's confidence, it's personality, charm.
And white guys just most of the time don't have that.
Sometimes they have it.
They're fair. They usually hang around black guys though. The white guys who have it hang around black guys.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right, guys. I appreciate you. I love you. Until next time. Peace.
All right. once again, shout out to MTR and us being able to celebrate with him his experience over in Thailand and his revelation in regards to the Passport Bro movement, as well as his own movement regarding travel, comparing foreign countries to the United States. He's realizing that, listen, now I need to get to other countries and see what else is out there. And that's what travel is going to do for some of you guys that haven't had a chance to really get out there yet. Travel is going to do that for you. It's going to allow you to not only enjoy that country that you're going to, but also you're going to start discovering what countries, where else can I go to enjoy this experience. This is a big planet, guys. It really is. So enjoy it. Let's get ready for the outro. Tomorrow is my day off. When we come back on Wednesday, we will be looking at the video with Alpha Male's Tragedies and MTR and see what Alpha Male is talking about with the hatred of MTR. Shout out to you guys. Glad you guys are here. Appreciate every one of you that donated to the channel tonight. Look forward to seeing you guys here on Wednesday. Wednesday's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. Appreciate that, Ben. Appreciate that. Let's do an outro. Let's do the belly dancing tonight. We haven't done the belly dancing in a couple of days. Let's do the outro video.